Nigeria. And that was the only media that have been consistent speaking against the bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Niger what yo. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. The only media that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. For the poor. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what be here? No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. In Nigeria. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media. No more bad government. The number one media in Nigeria. No more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what you? The voice of the voiceless.
Whoever that will pick offense from this, I'm not interested. Whoever that is involved that might not be happy with my submission, I'm not interested. My platform is not for an individual. I want my platform to play a positive impact to see how my state, my country can be better. Yes. Just see how these people take start before. See how they take. By the way, they don't get sense. Let's be honest. They don't get sense. I think I need to bring to the Kabaka here and Chaba, to see how they feel about this whole thing. Because you shouldn't feel bad. Although somebody were telling me earlier on before I came in for this projection that the insecurity is going to increase in Edo State now because these people will not just go like that. They would like to fight back and all that. We're talking about governmental. And governmental, they talk so. Yeah, if you want to create insecurity, you have to wait for the repercussion or
wash.
Yes, sir.
Make all of them go get farm. Make they go to farm. Tony Kabaka, all of them. The government should give them loan. Give them land to go and farm. Farming business is a lucrative business. They should stop all this. Say they don't get work, they don't get work. Let them go and farm.
All right.
Tony Kabaka can have 1 acre of land. He can farm.
Okay. Anyway, let's move on. To be honest, my people, if I had the beautiful news why I don't hear for a long time, that be this. I'm so happy. Governor Kpebolo and God go bless. I just pray you continue to do as you started now. Yes, I heavily criticized you the other day. Some people were thinking that I was criticizing you because I hate you. No, I was criticizing you because you were embracing hate speech against my principal, even though it was not even my principal. What you did, if it was for another person, I would still criticize you. Then your chairman or whatever is called, Telebe, now came out to openly say, I hate Peter Obi. Any human being that blood runs through your veins, you condemn those kind of satanic kind of statements. But we are talking about development now. On this, the way you started, I'm so happy. I'm not interested. Who ring yourself for election? I will not ring yourself. They say all of the ring. You know, concern me. I was not supporting none of them. I'm not interested. I just want to see development in my state. And the way it started now, I'm very happy. And I will be very happy to use my platform to project you positively if I'm seeing positive things. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate every one of you. Now, God, have a blessing. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all. I'd like to appreciate Peggy Modi. Thank you very much, for the super chat already. God bless you. Thanks for all that you do, always on this platform. I appreciate every one of you. Help us to press on the like and help us to share. Press on the dollar sign if you can. Encourage what we do here. Now, God, have a blessing. Now, we're going to start talking right now straight away. I'm going to start with the first person on the panel, which is Black Panther. Black Panther, you have the opportunity to express yourself now because you don't use for example my minutes just now to talk. Use your proper minutes and you have 15 minutes.
my brother.
Yes, so I'm very happy. you. I'm very happy this evening. I have to be honest.
It is a done deal. We thank God for today. And I want to greet everybody out here, the speakers that have come now to the studio. May God bless every one of us. And those outside listening to us, and to the government official listening to us, may God give you people wisdom to tap into the wisdom God has given to every members of the panel here. Most of us, majority of us live in diaspora, and we know what we are saying. We have physical evidence and we have contacts. Some of us are professionals, some of us are great artisans that are certified. I want to say here to mommy, may God bless you, man. Now, it looks to me that the Edo State governor and his crew and his cabinet are listener.
Exactly. They are listening to us, my brother.
And for you people to be listening and taking what you are hearing, that is you people are trying to convince us that yes, you continue to listen and try things out for the betterment of the state. I want to say thank you to the Edo State governor. I'm not a politician, I'm a critic, I'm a professional in some aspects that I deal on. And I said something here about, that was the last time when I spoke directly to the government of Edo State. I said something concerning the collection and taxation. And I said something about the Lagos State model. No, a lot of people shouted at me. I said, no. If you want to do comparison, the Lagos State model was bought from those of them in diaspora. They brought it in. And it was computerized. And now Lagos State government can focus and they'll bring forth a budget and they'll meet their target, if not to 80%, at least to 75%. Now, I thank the Edo State government for listening. And the taxation system should be computerized in order to curb corruption. Edo State is one of the most highly educated states, and all of a sudden, all this algorithm came to a maximum level. I cannot say, maybe because of I know it's because of the economic one we are having. Now, Edo State governor, you have sanctioned, you have made sure that you ban the people that need to be banned. Now, you have done it the way the former governor does it. But there's one thing you need to do. You need to make it permanent. Permanent in such a way that you cannot allow you cannot allow them to be idle. You need to engage them in a productive sector. You need to engage them in corporate farming, industrialized farming system.
Hold on, my brother. Patrick already replied with you, they talk so. He said Atalakpa supposed to be in the forest. Why they say they go give the land?
No, the reason I'm saying this is because every Edolite, whether you are educated or not educated, have one thing to contribute to the economic development of Edo State. Nobody should be thrown and nobody should be put aside. Everybody will contribute in his own quota, thereby paying taxes to the state government. And how do you do this? Now we have food shortages in the country, and Edo State has a very fertile land, the red fertile soil, and that soil It's like a mineral resources to us. And Edo State has land, government-owned lands. Government can allocate land and give loans to these individuals that you are taking all this, that are all this agbero. You can engage them, train them, then empower them, give them land to start large-scale farming. We need to engage them, thereby they will pay tax, thereby the economic value of the state itself will rise. You cannot just say, I ban this, I ban that, I ban that. They, like one of our, like somebody said, they will go back into crime, and when you leave government, they will come back to the normal status quo. You use them, you dump them. We cannot continue to do this thing. We need to engage them into modern day farming. No matter how, farming is a very lucrative business. It's a multi-dollar business. It's an industry that if we can feed ourselves, Edo State will grow in a way that even the state government cannot even imagine that. We need to exploit this. We need to erase the mindset of an average Edoite. And secondly, as you have done this, our governor, you need to embark on the education. You need to write a new educational system. You can take a prototype of what you have in Enugu State. That is one of the greatest prototypes I have seen in the entire country, Nigeria. That's a prototype that whereby you build the young primary school as they grow up. You engage them in IT, you engage them in robotic, you teach them what is obtainable in the 21st century. You need to overhaul, even put down war on education. You need to go on that. Edo State was the best in terms of WAEC then, but now we are going down. You need to embark on that, because when you educate an average Edoite, you build the economic value of the Edo State. That is it. You need to empower them. And I want to talk on again Edo State today. I said on Wednesday I'll come for the Edo State and the governor. The Edo governor, I made mention of renewable energy, but you kept a deaf ear. The Abia State government has embarked on renewable energy in a large scale. All the medical facilities they have in Abia State now, they are being powered by renewable energy. It's not just the one you see that most own. These are industrialized ones. And I told you what India did. By the end of 2030, India would have completed 80% of their energy will be renewable. And they are building the largest renewable plants in the universe. You can fact check me and be monitoring it and be trying to make contact there too. Because this is somewhere you can tap into between 2 years. You can lead the entire local government we have in Edo State. You can lead it if we are serious. This is what is being done in the Western world. So all these things about water, using water to generate energy is becoming obsolete. You need to go through the gas, using gas, and what the universe, what the Mother Earth has given us. That is what you need to tap into, and that will generate a lot of income for the Edo State. And I want to move to Sowore. Like I said yesterday, I told our mommy, Echo, I said, you see, me, I will talk on Nemo, but you made me, you said something yesterday that touches me. That is why I palm low. But today, you have seen it again. You were appealing to him. But look at what your son is doing. That is why we say you cannot turn the back of that man around, because he's like somebody that is is down to it. It cannot change. Do you know why? Mama Icho, I'm addressing you. You need to throw away some parts. Maybe you love him so much. Yes. But if let's say, for instance, a child is addicted to stealing, what do you need to do to that child? One, he needs to go for medical, psychological briefing. You need to take him so that they will brief him, they will take care of him, then they will now certify that yes, it's now okay to go out. That is what we need. That's what we are doing to him. We are giving him, we are chastising him very well, bluntly. And somebody brought out an evidence. You cannot be collecting money from this person, from those people that are buying, that are buying our people all over the world, that hate the African enclave, and you expect Sowore to go against them. It's not possible. It's never possible. When you collect money from someone, they will dictate what you will do. And that petition against Sowore, Mama, ask Sowore, why is Sowore not answering or suing David to court? Why is he not suing David to court? That was a big petition. He's trying to cover it the way he covered the former president, the late president. He's trying to cover it. Oh, I did not support him. I did not bring him back. You are telling that to the sky. We know your antecedent. We know how you emanate. We know the camp you are. I was once in the camp, a member of a very strong movement, Defense Academy in Nigeria, of human rights. So I know where it comes from. He has changed. This is not the Sowore we know. He has changed. We brought a man that is good. You are telling the man that he should hate every politician. He should not move with them. He should not do anything with them. He should hate them. And these are people that have the money to finance, to change everything. Because money, when money talks, the American will say bullshit works. Mind my word. Money is the game of politics in Nigeria. But a man has come, Peter Obi, he has changed everything. That is why they're angry with him. That is why they're angry with him. Instead of Sowore to align with him, go into a closed door with him. Talk to him. Let's talk. Let him open up to you what is going on. You might know something, but he knows more than what you know, because he has been in government. He knows how government operates. He knows the in and out of government. What you know is just the surface or the information you get. But he is there. He knows those people. Then I come to talk to Sowore again. Sowore, what do we know? What do you know as intelligent gathering? Are you going to be outside gathering intelligence, or you're supposed to be inside? What happened to your intellectual capacity? Are you supposed to be on the other camp, or go in there, make your intelligent gathering, and know how to dismantle these people? You need to be inside. If you want to make Nigeria come out of this thing, you need to be inside. You need to be inside. Dismantle it from the inside. And when it comes outside, everybody will see your handwork. A lot of people might not know the secret how you did it. But you need to align. There's what we call alignment. You need to do your alignment very well. You cannot solely be the hero. You can never be like Mandela. You can never. Mandela came on his own. He has his own destiny. You have your own destiny. But you have to recalibrate and align with those that you can familiar with. Peter Obi is not a corrupt person. You hate corruption. You are not classifying that if police is a thief, then you follow the thief that is wearing the uniform. Then the one that is not wearing the uniform, you don't want to follow that thief. But the dictionary made us to know that a thief is a thief. Even your Bible, the Bible said a thief is a thief. He did not categorize thieves. So to Sowore, You are 10 seconds, sir. Sowore. You are not doing yourself, you are not doing your family, you are not doing your race, and you are not doing the country. And those that are following you, you are not doing them good. For you to have a good country, we must come together. Nelson Mandela has to align with other civil rights movement to forge ahead using the ANC to get what they have. You cannot solely get a good Nigeria. All you are doing is a paid stuff. And that is what it is. We know how this game is played. Thank you, Nigeria. May God bless you.
All right. Thank you very much, my brother. I appreciate you. That was a wonderful submission, Black Panther. Thank you. And the message you sent to Sowore as well, the continuous attack on Peter Obi doesn't make no sense anymore. Yeah, it doesn't make no sense anymore. Everybody is bad. You want to walk alone. You and I know that in the Nigeria where you and I came from, there's no way you can succeed and become a president like that. It's not possible now. It's not possible. It's just like, look at what Okpebolo just did now. He worked with all these people and he dumped them because he doesn't want Agbero in his government. Right? So you can still choose one or two persons to work with and get there first and choose who will help you to succeed. You know, so I don't understand. But nevertheless, I like us to move on. I appreciate you all. And Black Panther, you continuously stated you should create a farm for them, create a farm for them, Are you selectively choosing Edo Light that you can create a farm for, or the whole jobless Edo people? What are you talking about? Are they more special than every other Edo
No,
people?
you know what I'm saying? They are groups and they are very toxic. You got to, when you push them out,
it doesn't matter. Are they more important than every other?
No. It's not that it is for them. It's for the entire Edo. But this toxic one, you need to engage them.
With what?
You need to engage them in terms of training them for the future, like in farming, in mechanic, engineering, whatever they do, and other things.
You are telling me government should go and treat somebody that have been collecting billions or millions of naira for the past 15 years.
No, the people that are collecting the money, they are few now. It's their leaders that are collecting the money, not those people that are working for those Agbero leaders.
My brother, your message to the governor will not fly, because if you are generalizing that all jobless Edo-light back home, you should create farm or whatever for that out the year. Why must you select some people more than some people? What are you talking about?
No, Mr. Najawad, you know some kind of things. Not that you are trying to segment the people. You know, there's what we call emergency approach.
No emergency. Me, they tell you now, say there's no emergency. None of them is better than any Edo light in Edo State. Let's get that.
If you do it like that, after this tenure, they'll come back again.
And no, listen, if after this tenure, if they want to come back again, that depend on whoever that will be the governor at that time.
So you cannot be recycling now.
Listen, my brother, these people, you can curb this thing permanently. You understand that you don't need
yes.
The system we are fighting to have is a system where election can come. You don't need Agbero to win. You don't need to everybody to win. You don't need to steal ballot board to win. You don't need to cut people's head to win. That's not how it happens in America, Texas, where you live. That's not how it happens in the UK, where I live. So we cannot continue to be saying that we should empower Agberus, criminals, killers, or anything. It's just like
your stop point is valid. The system must be changed.
Is what I reported this afternoon. This evening to be precise. Where government, or rather religious leaders, some clerics, are not negotiating with bandits, with killers. Someone that have killed so many Nigerians.
I watched that one. I watched it.
Talking about that's the same thing you are campaigning now. Because you are campaigning in a different way. In case you don't know, that's what you are campaigning now. So we should, if you are campaigning for the government to create farming or anything for anybody, let it be for Edo light that doesn't have job, not for specific people. What are you talking about? They are not better than anybody in Edo State, and nobody is better than them. Everybody should be equalized. Simple.
Yes, you are right. Let it be general and pay priority to them.
And anybody that will get offended with this, my submission, I don't care who you are, go to hell and burn to ashes. Simple as ABCD. I just want Edo State to be better. Nobody, even me, I'm not better than anybody in Edo State, and nobody is better than me. So the government have to treat everybody, equally. Equality. Simple. Thank you. Let's move on. I would like to come into the next person, which is To Niger. To Niger, thank you very much, sir, for joining us. Good evening to you. Please, I'd like you to talk to us.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Niger Watch. I hope you can hear me. And greetings to all the panelists, the chat, and to the viewers. I think I want to start from this Sowore issue. Sowore seems to be acting like somebody that is just out there to prevent people from actually, that's progressives, people that actually want to change the country from emerging, because nobody seems to be good enough for him, no matter what. If anybody can see clearly that, okay, you can't get a perfect candidate, you should be able to work with people to push away the greater evil. But he doesn't seem to care about that. All he seems to care about is attacking and specifically focusing on the people that are trying to remove these horrible leaders. Like focusing on PSOB in such a negative way. I find that very, very disturbing, really. And when he tries to say that P2B goes back to, you know, all these people that steal and do all these bad things in the country, he thinks people are stupid. And that is the thing. He doesn't seem to realize the critical fact that P2B has been hanging around these people and yet became a governor and performed differently from them. That is a critical fact that he seems to be omitting, and people that listen to him might fall for it, might fall for what he's saying. Oh, P2B is one of them, and no, P2B governed. He hung around these people and he governed, and we see what he could do. That is a big difference. And the fact that he can't even see that, I don't know, man. Does this guy look like somebody that can see what it takes to run a nation? All he seems to do, all his policies just seems to be, let's burn all the rich people up and all the problems will be solved. Who told you that? You're just going to replace the previous rich thieves with new ones. That is what human beings do. And maybe he will be one of them because he does have a dictatorial streak about him. The idea that he thinks he is doing any good in the Nigerian polity right now, I don't know. I don't think he's doing that much good. If anything, he's acting like a gatekeeper. In other words, other voices that should have emerged that are more strident and more deep in terms of connecting to the people, they are not emerging because Sowore seems to be the foremost non-establishment politician in Nigeria. That's what he stands for, and he's not doing a good job. He's doing a terrible job because the prospect of him getting into office is so slim to none, and he's not even making much of an effort to do that. And yet he sits there acting as if he's all that and criticizing people that are actually getting themselves down and dirty into the mud to do the job for the people. What does he think running the country takes? Running the country takes a lot of dirty work that you have to do. You have to walk around people, deal with people. No matter what you do, whoever ends up in office always do ugly things. All of them, including him himself. Some of his plans include a lot of ugly things. I don't understand how he just goes about pretending as if he's holier than thou and pointing fingers. It's not even justified. If that we were talking about what do you call him, Atiku that we know has stolen in the office, or Tinubu, or anybody that we know have enriched themselves from being in office, yeah, we can say, okay, yeah, that's valid criticism because they have demonstrably shown that they have been very, very bad for the Nigerian state. But that is not the case with Peter Obi, for crying out loud. How many times has he had Peter Obi come across as being divisive? How many times has he seen Peter Obi be uncivil with people, no matter what you throw at him? In a country where people are very uncivil, and we are trying to get a polity that people are civil so that we can be organized as a people. Because when we become civil with each other, guess what? We have a level of stability and we can focus on real problem solving. And somehow Sowore cannot see that. For the life of me, I don't understand that. And I feel sorry for people that believe in that guy, because that guy can't see beyond his nose. That is if he's not even in connivance with some of all these elites. I don't trust him for the life of me. I don't trust him at all. Instinct should have told him the direction he should be traveling, and not, he shouldn't be going headlong against P2B the way he's doing. That is the issue I have with him. That said, regarding the other conversations about Nigeria and the divisive nature of politics in Nigeria, we talked about this before, and it seems to be coming up repeatedly. Every time you hear commentators, they'll be talking about Southwest, Southeast, South, Northeast, Fulani, Christian. This whole thing is because of the elites. They have poisoned the Nigerian polity, and they need to stop. They are the biggest problem in terms of being divisive in the country. Even if amongst themselves, they are they can connive very, very well together to steal and do all the nonsense that they do. Instead of them to be prioritizing building a nation that is actually meant to succeed in this world, they're just there feeding themselves like people that don't have any plans for the future. That is how they are behaving. How is it that you run a country like Nigeria, a diverse nation like Nigeria, and the plans you came up with is so far short of uniting the people? It's so far short, and then because the fact that it's far short, you still go ahead and make it worse by using bad languages of divisive this in nature. You will say South, Tinubu is developing only the South. This in L5 will be like we support only Muslims, and the other will say only Fulanis are the ones controlling the country. On and on. Where are the nationalists in that nation? For crying out loud, where are the nationalists? Where are they? What kind of nation doesn't produce nationalists? And I say this because given where we are right now, that is the most essential set of people that should be emerging in that nation. But somehow, the poison of tribalism, religious division have done away with a lot of them. And that is why you can't build. The nationalists put their nation first. And somebody has to watch over the nation. If nobody's watching over it, who is going to build it? Where are they? Even Sowore that likes to talk all the time, like he's holier than thou. I barely see him engaging in the north. I barely see him engaging in other areas other than Abuja and Lagos. He hardly engages anywhere else. We can't carry on like this. And sooner or later, personally, I've recommended this before. We need to pass a form of hate speech law in Nigeria. In the case of Nigeria, I will call it a unity speech law, because this law will reinforce unity in the country, will prevent people from being divisive. People that use all these kind of tropes, Christian, Muslim, you are doing this because of your this tribe and that tribe. We need to be more mature than the people that came before us. We have to give them the credit. The people that came before us made an effort. That is why they have these national character law rules in Nigeria. They made an effort. We cannot take that away from them, because I've spoken to like South Sudanese where nothing like that exists at all. Nothing like, there are countries in Africa, nothing like that exists at all, where they don't care about whether you are 10% of the population or 15% or 30%. No, the ones that are 30% will just dominate everybody. That's one of the problems in South Sudan right now, where they believe that the Dinka is riding roughshod against everybody, and them and the Nuers are the ones controlling the whole state, where the minority that make up almost 50% of the population, they barely show up in ministerial positions at all. So the ones that came before us did make an effort. Our own generation need to do better by preventing people from poisoning the minds of fellow Nigerians against each other. That every time you go to market, you start looking suspiciously at your fellow trader. You enter a bus, you start checking out whether a Fulani is in there or not. What kind of behavior is that? You go to the farms, you are watching everybody that's carrying a livestock through the farm because you are afraid of them. What kind of leadership is there in that country. And this generation need to do better than the ones that came before us. The ones that came before us did try. I'll give them that on that national character thing that they forced on the people. Otherwise, it will never have happened. Everybody that gets into office will just appoint only their own person into office. Because we are so short-sighted. I don't know why we are born like that. And I'll say this, our mothers and our fathers, as we are raising children, you have to raise them in that country not to be tribal. Many of us raise our children, poison our children's minds to hate each other. You forget that when you are doing that, that child is going to grow up to maintain it. And they will not build your nation that is going to help you do better as a people. And you will all be poorer for it. We are all poorer for it as it is today. This is a problem every day on the news. That's all you hear about. If they will say Chimamanda is supporting P2B because she's Igbo. You Dati Ruben Abati is supporting Tinubu because he's Yoruba. On and on. The whole thing is all treated in a tribal manner. Sometimes I can understand when people believe in their own tribe. Yeah, you have more affinity with your own tribal man. That is understandable. But when you use that, you step out of that and use that to color your national view on things that are going on in the nation. Anytime anybody else that is not your tribal person says anything, you hate it. You don't even care whether it has merits to benefit the entire nation, including your own people. That is poisonous. That is toxic. We have to pass rules that as an update to that national character to prevent people from being divisive. We should update it. The national character is already there. Amend it. Add that unity clause that ensures that people don't behave like this inside the country. Politicians that behave like this, they will reprimand them. If they go on, they will take them to court and throw them in jail if necessary. This is quite important because we are going towards an election period again where people are going to look for a way to divide people. They're already doing it now. It's 2 years before the election. They're already calling people to it's going to bring alcohol to the north and all that stuff. That is the trope that they use. And when people, one other thing I realized more recently, Nigerians are very, very duplicitous. When a lot of Southeasterners say that it's Igbophobia, if you have not had fellow Nigerians privately tell you some of the things they think, you will not know that thing exists. But I've seen it and I've heard it behind the scenes where you hear people that talk and they talk as if they care about the nation, but they are so biased against certain groups. And you see that too. You see that with some people from the south or the southeast, they will be biased against Fulanis no matter what you say to them. That's poisonous. We have to change our ways. Thank you.
Thank you, Tunanja. Thank you very much for that submission. I appreciate you. Guys, we want to press on the like now, beg. Press on that like. It's very, very important. Okay, let's hear from the next person. Mr. Jonathan, it's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you, sir. Talk to us.
Thank you, Mr. Elvis. I greet you once again. God bless you for the good work you are doing. I greet my fellow panelists. I greet you. God bless you all greatly. And among the diaspora, once again, God bless you greatly. And all the commenters, all the callers, prospective callers as well. I greet everyone. God bless you all greatly. You are welcome. There's this guy that you presented earlier who was talking about neutrality. He was talking about the fact that you cannot be neutral. But I will state it differently. That yes, you can be neutral. You can be politically neutral if you are genuine about it. And that is what is missing in Nigeria. Nigerians are not genuine. They want to claim that they are neutral. They come out with that neutrality posture, but they are not. That is where the problem lies. You cannot claim to be neutral, but in your utterances, in your actions, your inactions, obviously you are not neutral. That is the issue. That's the red line that they continue to cross in Nigeria. But they always think that they are smart. Everyone, politicians try to play that crooked game. Even individuals in Nigeria, they play it as well. The media, the Nigerian media, all of them, they are the chief in this fake neutrality posture. And that is killing us. You can be neutral, yes. And it is a good thing if you choose to be neutral. There is nothing wrong about it. But in Nigeria, they want to claim that they are neutral, but they know that they are not neutral. They are never neutral. So it is possible to be neutral. It's just that we lie to ourselves a lot in Nigeria. It's not a normal country. The whole thing there is abnormal. That is why you will see someone, like Sowore, with the comment that he made today. Was it today or yesterday? Talking about Mr. Peter Obi. But before I come there, let me quickly say this on Edo State, the stopping of revenue collection by transport union workers in Edo State. It's a good thing. It's a good move. There is nothing political about it. It is just good for the state. It's just a good policy. Period. Don't look at it from any political lens. It's good. And when we see such move, we should say it. And those are the things that government should do. More of such things. Take away all these miscreants, all these hooligans, all these area boys. Take bold steps. Head on. It is part of, it will bring development. It's part of it. It's part of it. And it is tangible. It's not like it is visible. You can, when you take such actions, you will see the effect of it clearly. So when we see good policy like that, yes, we have to say it. So I always try to look every day for something good to comment on, but it's very difficult in the Nigerian space. So just like 2 weeks ago, when in Lagos State, the Lagos State governor came up with this, the agri-produce guarantee. I commented on it because that in itself is also a good policy to guarantee farmers. Or if you are selling whatever, any agri-produce that you are selling, and you are thinking of, oh, how am I going to sell this thing? These produce are going to rot away and I'm going to lose my investment. The government can come in as an offtake guarantee and give you a guarantee and take it up. They have the capacity to store it, They have the capacity to distribute even more than you. So it's a good policy. It will encourage more people to go back to the farm, knowing fully well that your produce is not going to be wasted. That you already know. If you make your calculations from day one, I'm going to make 1 million naira on this thing, you are guaranteed. That 1 million is guaranteed. That's a good one. So many other policies that I've seen over the last few years too. So those are good things. And then coming back to Sowore's comment, you see, when he said that Peter Obi is confused about finding alliances, you see, this guy is misguided. He looked for cheap, shallow, unguided, comments or response. That's what he's looking for. No articulate, and somebody will, with respect to Mama Echo on this platform, perhaps there are other platforms that we see supporters like that, with respect to them. And they want Nigerians to collaborate with somebody like this. How? This guy is so unguided. I don't understand him. I'm trying to find a space to accommodate him. And each and every day, I'm being what I get is giving me more reason to distance myself, and I know I'm not alone. And I'm talking, I'm not alone. There are millions of Nigerians like myself. I always put that caveat just for people to know that I am not talking in vacuum. I am not alone. There are millions of Nigerians like myself. Somebody just said something now that you only see him in Abuja and Lagos. Yes. What strength are you bringing to the table rather than being a spoiler? The way you bring it, we'll give it back to you. Because you think you are a smooth talker and it is only you that can talk. You are not a collaborator, and yet you want to lead. You are not, you cannot collaborate in any shape or form. I watched his interview this past weekend. It was a weekend interview. I watched that interview with this Edo State guy. They brought them together to counter each other. Afejua. The guy was telling him, and that is the only thing. For the first time, Sowore kept quiet. He couldn't talk. He was only smiling. You are the leader of your party. You are the presidential candidate. You are the chairman. Is that democracy? And for the first time, I got a response from him. I said earlier that I did not give a response because his response was weak. So weak. He said, Omoyele Sowore said, he said his party was hijacked in 2019. He had to fight, and then he got his party back in 2022. That's why he's still the party chairman. They told the guy came back. I felt you attack him again. Since then, there was no convention. And he's attacking ADC people. You think you are the only one that can talk? In that your party, there's no convention. Okay, give us a timetable. You are attacking PDP. You are attacking the people that coalesce together in ADC, even though they have their own shortfalls. But you are even worse off. You are worse off. Don't come here and say somebody is confused about alliances. Don't think you can rubbish people and the people in that room are clapping. Sometimes I listen to Nigerians. Sometimes you just wonder their thought process. Their thought process sometimes makes you wonder. What is sense in that thing that he stood there and he was talking? That Mr. Peter Obi is confused in making alliances. Which alliances have you made, Omoyele Sowore, in northern Nigeria? Give me one state in northern Nigeria. Fly to one state in northern. Let us see you in one state in northern Nigeria tomorrow. Let us see you in one state in south tomorrow. Let us see you. One. I'm not even saying two. One in each of those geopolitical zones. One in the north, one in the south. In the south. Let us see you there. What's your agenda? Who are you? Who are you? We don't know you. I think it's right time to box you, to put you in the same box like the likes of Tinubu, because we don't know Tinubu. We don't know you in terms of where are you? Who are you? Who are you working for? Who are you working for? You don't have the intention to become the president of Nigeria. But someone who has the real intention to become the president of Nigeria, this will not be the disposition. No, it will never be. Never. We are not stupid here. If you have the intention to become even a counselor, this will not be the disposition of somebody who wants to become a counselor. Talk less, or you say you want to be. You know in your heart of heart, Omoyele Sowore, that your intention is not to become the president of Nigeria. Because you cannot. Let your supporters come and let us have a conversation. You cannot. But you come out every day with some snippet of people, 20, 30 of them, you will gather them together somewhere. If you're an activist, play your activist role. Play it and play it well and get credit for it. And don't be a spoiler. Please. Don't be a spoiler. criticize the government if you want to criticize the government. That is one thing. To say you want to become, that is one thing. To say you want to become president is another. I am criticizing the government every day. I see reasons to criticize them every day. And many Nigerians like myself, we have reasons to criticize them. But I'm not saying I want to be president of Nigeria. You put yourself out there that you want to be president of Nigeria. Your disposition is not that of somebody who has the real intention to become the president of Nigeria. Because if you do, this will not be you will not be talking this way. Far, far, far from it. You know the way the likes of you can become the president of Nigeria, you have to become a military general. Maybe you will go and join the NDA. Maybe that will be your starting point. Then you have to carry GUN for you to become the governor of Nigeria. And if you succeed, good for you in the process. That's the only way. That's the only route. Today I said it and I'll say it over and over again. That is the only route. Electorally, you cannot. Your case is the case of someone who knows that he cannot get there, but he will not allow those that really working hard to get there. You want to mess it up for everybody. Who are you? What are you looking for? I think it is time to really specialize on you, because this is getting too much. Mr. Elvis, let's leave it there. This guy is an abnormality, man. It's a total abnormality in the Nigerian political space. Completely. Thank you very much.
Jonathan, I appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. Serving government there. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thanks for the super chats. Okay, let's come from Mr. Oduwa. Mr. Oduwa, please talk to us. And Sir Louis, get ready. After Mr. Oduwa is you. Mr. Oduwa, you have the floor, sir. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Mr. Nijawash. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone in the panel. Thank you all. Good evening, Mom in Diaspora. God bless you, man. Thank you for your good work. Good evening, commenters, listeners, and viewers on the passerby. God bless all of us. Well, as the man who came from the north said that they will not vote for Peter Obi, a man who will be importing alcohol to the north. I remember in terms of our Obasanjo, which the north said, hey, they don't need alcohol. I think it was in whether Sokoto or something like that. It was very easy. Obasanjo said, no problem. The money that comes from alcohol, that is, they will not be giving that such money to the north, because my people said the meat that you are not eating, you don't need to share it with your mouth, to divide it with your mouth. So if you don't need alcohol in the north, and the SAT say alcohol, the money of the SAT don't supposed to go to the north. The north has to generate their money and use for the north, because if not, you don't expect us to come and do what you call Aram, and you start benefiting the Aram. So it's very simple. But still thank God that another person still came out and let him know that he should speak for himself. He should not, it's not the entire north. Because even before he was born, the alcohol had been there in the north. Even they said Ishbab, whatever they call them, the alcohol are still there. So for them pretending deceiving themselves to say their religion say don't drink alcohol, this, that. Whereas if they turn back out of that sunlight, they drink alcohol. So it is foolishness and stupidity for them deceiving themselves in the name of religion. Because I've been to different countries now where their people claim to be religious, and they drink alcohols. So that is for that. For Sowore, oh, I pity him very well. Because I will say it's a pity when the pity man fall into pit, we don't want to pity him. Because Sowore, when he came out early, I was one of the person who love Sowore and support Sowore. because I love visions and I love actions. But what I hate is not having the wisdom to back up your visions or your actions. You cannot say you want to be a president of any country without considering both the good and the bad of the country together. Because there is no country in the world that have pure good people or that have pure bad people. They are both together. So you claim to be, you don't associate with a criminal or this or that, but you associate with some police. But even there are some police who do the same thing. So if you now said there are some police, you also already himself said there are some police, then that means you associate with such people. Did they license the police to do such thing? No. It is different license they give to police. A wicked man is a wicked man. Whether you find yourself in police, you find yourself in driver, you find yourself in anything, your heart is evil. That is what is you practice. So it takes grace of God for you to turn away from your evil. So for Sowore to say Peter Obi, who we expect that want to retire, all those politicians, is now in their midst. Yes, they said, my people said, meaning, if you want to be wise to do good in your country, a country that are full of with the position that have hold up with bad people, play into them, pretend to be one of them. You need to pretend to be one of them. If Sowore have sense, he will have used Ghana to know example. When the Rollies, JJ Rollies, want to make Ghana to be better the way it is today, JJ Rollies was in prison. It was from prison they called out JJ Rollies. Who do they use to start example of making Ghana good? It was JJ Rollies' mother. So if Sowore have a dream to become a leader, to become whatever he proclaimed to be, he will have known that you cannot do without the evil people that do live in your country. And you cannot do without the good people that live in your country. So you need to bind the two together and make a headway. Whether the person tip ballon boss for you, the person was the one that print SS for you, it doesn't matter. But when you now go to the 16, you begin to let him know that even though you were doing these things, because we know this is only way we can hold you people accountable for the evil you have been doing. So we should remember that Yaradua that was elected, late Yaradua, he said, if the election that brought me in, they said I'm not the one who win, I leave the seat. Because he himself knew that the election was fraudy. But if they said, okay, they vote for me, I continue the government. But today, everybody is talking about the 6-point agenda of Yaradua, that the Yaradua was the one midway. He wanted to do this, wanted to do that. But the election that brought him does not mean that he was perfect. So being a perfect person, it is inside you. But to capture a place that are full up with dirty people, you need to be pretend to be dirty to enter them. That is why in book of Proverbs said, a wisdom is what to be paying for, but too valuable to sell. So if you want to really claim to be a good leader, you must put down aside of you are too perfect, you are to do this, you are to that. Because there is no man that is perfect. But making the country good, you have to pretend with the wicked people to join them, to know their secret, for them to think you are one of them, then before you can show them your real color. So that is what I have to say for that. Then for the Edo State, I thank Modo Bewolo. And this is why Black Panther says something that government should give them land for farming. Well, it is good for government to give people land for farming, but Edo State people have land for farming. Who want to farm? It is not government that be giving our fathers land to farm. And it is not government that still have the land that they will still go and farm from. But that is why I always said our people are too lazy to think, to reason. Let me give an example. If all this Kabaka, what money do, if really they were making farm, all those Agberu we have in Uromi, we have in Aoshi, if really they were making farm, did you think all those Fulani, the one they call herdsmen that is chasing everybody away from their farm, you did think they will be able to hold a Edo State farm like that? Will be chasing people out? No. But because we are too weak to think, we rely on oppressing others. That is where we live our real life that our father used to survive. I remember when I was small, in Edo State, they would say, why are we in government? In government is about money. What are you going to do in government work? In government work, you put it in shoulder. If you want to help you, throw it away. That is what they used to say in Edo, because we farm. Farm was our hobby. So we don't suffer. It is the moment food is out of the stress of food is out of your life, your poverty is a little, have reduced a little, because food is the first thing man think of. You can stay 100 years, you did not build a house. You can stay 100 years, you did not buy a car, but you cannot stay a day or 2 days or 3 days without eating. So where is that memory to bring food? Did food come from the sky? No, it come from the ground. It come from, whether you call it agro, whatever you people call them now. But what I know, it is farming. You take it from the ground. There is no way you want to call your farming that it will not attach to sand. So there is no food you plant on the water inside river. No, it must attach to sand. Whether you put it in plastic, you put it in whatever, it must attach to sand. So let everybody of Edo go back to farm. Our God has blessed us with our land. We don't use fertilizer in that our land, because if you add fertilizer, your food will get rot. So that shows how blessing that God bless Edo State people. But because of foolish mentality, not to have a good vision, not to have that kind of vision our forefather has that make them great, but we will not be shouting great, great, great. Whereas what make those people great, we have put it aside. So that is only solution. Black Panther, I adopt your advice to them. All of them should go to farming. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Najawesh. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Odowa. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Sir Louis, are you there with us? Please talk to us, sir. Good evening to you.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, I think I actually started from where the Edo State government stopped those guys collecting ticket, the Agberu guys, and looking at all the submissions from the other honorable gentlemen. Yeah, I think I can pick 1 or 2 from what was part of the messages that was showcased. That will Sowore, I didn't watch the video. I think this is something I've noticed about him for a very long time. And I think I said this during his, I think the very first time he came when he ran for president, I guess he got his highest supporters from Edo State. I think so. The Benin people embraced him. And just because for a very long time, the Benin's have been looking for an alternative to the PDP and APC. So when he came, they saw a young man and everything, he also then had the social media power and all that. And I think he went to the palace of I think the Oni or whatever to campaign when he was, I think they said that tear gassed him or he was smoked. There was some sort of things that happened and he was driven out of the palace. When he came to Edo State, he was embraced. I think he got some vote there. But what I noticed about him then, who I actually liked him then, because after that time, he was Sowore, Fela Durutoye and Kisley Mogalo. Those are the 3 young men. Then I saw the, they were young and bright. So when I listened to him, I said, this young man is like a loose cannon. He just throwing different fire to different directions indiscriminately, just attacking everybody. I said, no, it will be difficult for you to govern or to actually get a huge support. Not to full govern is too far off. To get a huge support from Nigerians to Aso Rock. Nigerians, you have to understand, Nigerians don't know what they want. Nigerians as a people don't know what they want. That is the reason why it's easy for someone to come and just push them to this side they go. Someone has pushed them to that side they go. They are religiously, someone come and just, give them all sorts of ridiculous doctrines and all that. There's huge religious manipulation, political manipulation and all that, and people just jump around. I said, when I sat down to analyze Sowore, I saw a young man that attacked almost every institution in the country. No one is good. Nothing is good. You attack this, you attack that. There is a problem in Nigeria, we know. There's a huge problem in Nigeria. The country has, the foundation was faulty, right from the amalgamation downwards, extremely faulty. Unfortunately, we had independence. We expected our leaders then to have sat down around the table to say, what, we now have our country. Let's try to do the right thing. They refused. At first, I think it was first discussed that they needed 6 regions in the country. Later on, that was thrown out of the table or through the window. They now brought 3 regions, which is still the problem we have today. Calling some people from the middle belt upwards, say they are northern region. Said, downwards, western region, the other side, eastern region. This, brought a huge problem upon the country. How can you say just because some ethnic group migrated to trade in a particular state and all that, they start coming to say this state belongs to us? Just because these people, during the colonial era, they trade, just because you have an ethnic group in a place doesn't mean the land belongs to you. Like I keep saying it, Birmingham is full of Indians. Doesn't mean Birmingham is an Indian land. So Nigerians naturally do not have respect for host communities. We have to know that. Nigerians are domineering in their ways and they are very rude and arrogant. I keep saying this. It's not just, I think I can use one brush to paint everybody right now. Naturally, Nigerians are very domineering in their, we don't respect host communities. We try to arrogantly try to prove we know too much. And that is why there's so much resentment and animosity from other people towards us. This arrogance. Okay. And I saw that in him, and and right now coming forward, I think he has completely lost it. He completely lost it. The last election, he was asked, they said, Sowore, what do you have to say about Peter Obi? Well, they condemned him, said, Peter Obi ran with Atiku before, blah, blah, blah. And I looked at this and I said, the thing I saw in him is, I think he should hold on to his activism. He's not a politician. Sowore is not a politician, he's an activist. And in activism, there's still common sense that is attached to activism. But I see a man that is just like a loose cannon. He's just shooting at every corner. And that is a huge problem for him. And that, I think, will not make him go far. And looking at Edo State, what the current governor is doing is, I really applaud him. I think when Mr. Evans submitted that earlier on, you said, I support the governor for what he's doing. And I said, okay, let me just quickly talk on that. We support, I don't think that is, for me, I don't think that is the right word. I can't, for example, the last election, Tinubu was not our candidate, but Tinubu is the president of Nigeria today. Even though we disagree with INEC and also with the manipulation of this judicial judiciary in the country. But if Tinubu is doing some certain things, we can applaud him. I applaud him if I think he's doing the right thing. I will say I support him because I did not support him in the first place, And I think he brings service because whoever becomes the president or the governor of a state is serving the state. Whoever becomes the president is serving the country. So whatever that person does today, whoever comes in will continue from there. So when we truly understand service, we'll know that yes, even though we disagree with everything you do, but there are some things we can applaud. So I think on that ground, I see where Mr. Avis was coming from. If Obolo does well, of course you will support him. I think maybe the right word was applaud, to say yes. I applaud him for what he's done for these guys who are constituting nuisance in the state. But my own vote is removing the Tony Kabaka and these all Agbero guys, they will still need them for the re-election. I'm just looking at it now. So, because I don't believe these guys. I try to just understand what they are doing. If you say you banned Tony Kabaka and this toggery in terms of ticket and revenue collection with parks and markets and all these places, so okay, so what are you going to use them for? What are they going to do? Because you just putting them there, you're still going to need their service until we completely, get things right in the States. This all it's like one step forward, 20 steps backwards. These guys will still be in the picture. Because trust me, when election approaches now, they'll still call them. These are the guys that these same people use in these all polling units. They will still call them to a meeting, still give the Ghana must go. What I see is that maybe they'll tell Tony Kabaka, we don't need you to collect ticket anymore, but we have a better plan for you. Because naturally, these guys, they should go look for something better to do with their lives. This current democracy we are practicing in Nigeria, it has brought so much laziness on a bunch of touts. People who ought to have gone to an institution to better themselves, or maybe take one apprenticeship or one, so many of them don't even have a handbook. They don't know how to do anything. All they do is wake up in the morning, just because you have a man in the government house who's a governor. That man has given you some revenue to make money for yourself, and you see them start driving Range Rover or constituting nuisance in the States. How can this? Because this is not an end to it. It's not an end. That's the reason why when I see it, I just stay back and watch. I say, okay, this is the first step. Yes, I applaud him. Take them out. And someone said he's going to try to go back to what Obaseki started with the digital ticket, trying to digitalize everything. I said, okay, I really applaud that, because we should do that. Because when he came in, that was the first thing I was looking at. I say, yes, there are many things I condemn Governor Obaseki for, but digitalizing some areas of the state, I think that was applaudable. So this governor should continue. Have people who are the last commissioner on that Governor Obaseki was, I think, Faluyi Sibo. He's my very, very good friend. Very good friend. He was the commissioner of digital economy and all that. We talk every now and then. And when Obaseki handed over to this man, I was looking for the current governor this man commissioner was going to use to replace him. But I look at the guys today who are there, his cabinet, and begin to wonder, these guys, do they understand the current advancement technology that the world is? They don't even know what AI is. Do they know these things? But if he wants to actually do that now, removing these Agberos, they're just going there, doing what they're doing illegally. I think I applaud that. But we have failed leadership in Nigeria. Extremely failed leadership, and this started many years ago. Let me just quickly say this. In the 90s, my mom, when Abacha died, when Abdul Salami was about to hand over, when he handed over to Lucky Benedium, I think that was early 2000. My mom went to State House. She actually told Lucky that, she said, because we had we had timber, my parents invested to timber in Edo State. We have sawmills, almost 4 sawmills in Benin. We have in Motosho in Edo State. We have in Delta State. So we were actually one of the biggest timber magnets in Edo State anyway. We're the highest suppliers of Masonia, mahogany, those big woods in Edo State anyway. So my mom said, we did have all the forests in Edo State, the timbers were all cut down. Government were not planting woods. My mom made a proposal that they should give us compartment to plant woods, because people were going to waste. That was the reason why we put the sawmill in Motosho in those states. Because my mother saw that, for bringing because what happened was, during the Western region, everyone focused in Benin. They were taking all the woods from Benin. Now, Benin was not having woods anymore. People were not going to West. And it became, Benin people were very lenient. They were not so much forced. People could just, But when it now got to the point where we were not going to take from the wrapper, they became a huge problem. My mom came out a proposal. Let's plant woods. Then what they said to my mom was, in Nigeria, anything, mineral resources or wood, whatever, belongs to the federal government. Over if my mom were allowed to do it, the government will still take it back from my mom. Anyway. And that was, we had a huge proposal, and because my parents were ready to do that. Now, I was just discussing with my brother not too long ago. We're talking about, timber and stuff in Edo State. We were discussing about because my dad brother is in charge of. My mom passed 2 years ago, so my dad brother is in charge of the company right now. And I said, imagine what my parents did years ago. The proposal they presented to the governor years ago. If they had done that, this is more than 20 years now. By now, would I be able to replant those plantations, compartments rather, replant them and have huge timber in the states? This is the thing where you have leaders that don't have foresight, people that don't see beyond their nose. This is the problem. Leadership is a big problem in Nigeria. And I just don't know when we will start to get it right. Because where we are right now, we are so good at consuming, just make use of what we have to do. We never sit down to say, you know what? Okay, what will our children get? Let's make that room for them. I personally made a proposal to Edo State government on terms of Sowore years ago when he was still the governor. I went to Eze Iyamu's house. I sat with Eze Iyamu himself. I was in his living room. I made a proposal to Edo State government about the tourism in Edo State. And I drew my own, I drew comparison with countries that whose economy will rely solely on tourism. The billion they were making annually. Because we're talking about tourism. Edo State has one of the highest. You're looking at Benin Kingdom alone is worth billions upon billions of dollars. If we truly want to commercialize it in the tourism sector, people all over the world will come there. And I made that proposal to Edo State government. People look away from things that will benefit us more. We run over things that are nothing. So they will still rely on running to Aso Rock every month to get some revenue from the government or whatever, where we can actually generate our own. Allocation from the federal government is what we still rely on till today. Where we can actually generate our own and make better money from it. How we need to do is empower the Edo Street in Benin City, the descendants of people who made the bronze we have all over the museums. They are still there at Edo Street. Majority of them are complaining. There will be several complaints of government abandonment. There's no empowerment or support from the government for them to continue with their sophisticated artworks that do. These are descendants of the people. Benin City is the only city you go to in Nigeria that many people are writing false, fake stories all over Facebook. You go to Edo State, you don't need to argue much. The evidence are there. I've been to several countries. I see people who talk more about this place. Many Europeans want to come and see. But would they come to see when the state is not properly organized? Would they come to see where everything's in disarray? There's no security. What would they see? Come and be seeing some abandoned roads, undeveloped roads, potholes and drainage and erosions everywhere. See, we have a problem. And it pains me when government of today don't sit down to say, you know what? This is the time of building. Not the time to sit down and be throwing parties. If we really want to see Nigeria work, this is the time of building. Because what we are enjoying today, what we have in Edo State today is still what Bermuda left. I'm telling you, all this looking great on Kim, there's nothing tangible I can say this is exactly what was properly done. It's still what Bermuda did years ago. We're still enjoying it today. Which means this Bermuda left. All we've had is just patchy government. Not proper government. And these people come in year after year, they misuse funds. You have lots of tout. I'm proud of Beverly for what he did, but I don't know. I think it's just the tip of the iceberg because what is done now is just to say, don't collect ticket. There's a better opportunity for you because these guys, I don't trust them. Those guys cannot just be pushed out like that. I tell you, they're still going to use them to do something else. I'll pause for now. I'll come back. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Sir Louis. God bless you. I appreciate you. Thanks for your submission. I'll respond to you after Mr. Abdul Malik. No, sorry, after Oga CM. Oga CM, it's good to have you on the show. Please talk to us. Good evening to you.
Good evening. Good evening, Niger Watch. You for honor me now, call me by my name. Which one be? Why they do like this? Anyway, I greet each and every one of you. Good evening, everybody. Those on the chat, those listening, and then anywhere you may be. Today, as Niger Watch, I hear one. I had a.
Wait till I call you.
Wait till you not be CM, you call me. Call me the real name where you see which one. Between where you know see you they call.
Oh, you don't get you change your you be Atalakba. This man said you need Atalakba.
Waiting be Atalakba, Dr. CM.
I
Make
lost
una pay money. Now be the meaning
so
of
you know,
Atalakpa. Make
so
una pay
Mr. Jonathan, you know there here where they give my submission since. Eh?
So you know see that name. When I see that name, I was shocked. I say, we gonna be Atalakpa. This man
My brother, I know you look am. I don't look am.
Atalakpa, make una pay money. That is the meaning. Make una pay money. Anyway, I thank everybody. You see, one thing with I don't believe my mom used to tell me nobody can you don't bear grudges to the grave. You can only hate when somebody is alive. But then nobody died though. But why I'm saying this is that in bringing it to what I want to say, you criticize constructively because you have a reason to criticize so that the person you are criticizing will learn a lesson from you, not destructively, but criticize constructively. Now, when the person you they criticize, maybe one day he don't learn one or two things. He do the thing where you say, well, this is good. You also call him out and say, thank you. So this Atalakpa where he stop is something good. But I want us to look at it this way. I mean, talking of Okpewolo, he is not my candidate. I can not that I don't hate him, I don't love him, but in terms of competence, now they talk. But this Atalakpa where he stop. What it means is that those artisans, those petty traders, where then they disturb, maybe they carry beans for wheelbarrow with different types of measure, cups, milk cup, tomato cup, buy beans. Or somebody go carry something for head, maybe banana or plantain, then go to disturb them. Or some people go put wrapper for floor by the roadside. They sell with two kids where go they sleep or tray. Then they sell tomato, onion, or anything. And then Agbero go to disturb them. Or even the person will tell him in family, say, well, may on a wait, make I go work today. If I come back, we go look into that. A carry motor come out. When you go Agbero go to extort money from them. By stopping this thing, what you mean, what Kwewuru has done is that if those people has been giving away 20, maybe say 100 naira, we know worth anything in Nigeria today, or 200, or depending on how much they collect from them, it means that you've given those people that money back because for every 2-3 days they spend it, it's a takeaway. I mean, it's a loss. But now that you've helped them to retain it, it's like you've given them money. So such things is good. Why I say it is
Speak
that it
now.
was done in.
You locked door again. Why you locked door?
Black Panther, who they locked up for there again now, eh? People they work, you they romance for there. You don't mute yourself.
Apologies, CM.
Okay. So not me talk that one. No. Okay, so you see, this is what I want. You know, government sometimes there are little things that count. When you stop touting, because those money they are collecting, they are not bringing it to the government. No, that's why it's called Agberu. It's not organized. They are taking it willy-nilly. If you refuse, they beat you, maybe tear your shirt or cause you more damage. If they are looking for 500 naira, you never bring, they can break your headlight of your bus, or maybe puncture the tire. What's it that will cost you more? And these are one of the reasons. Even keke, napep, or kada, so they don't like it. So for government to ban it and stop it, I welcome that. Now, what do you do with those people? I mean, it doesn't mean it's a no-brainer. The job you are doing is not what you are supposed to do. It's even a criminality, may albeit a low level or low scale criminality. Let's take it down because it's in broad daylight. You are not hiding your face and you come under the influence that non a party. So you are empowered to be doing it, which shouldn't be. So what you do is that you retrace your footstep and then government should tell them, next time, if you are seen, there should be a law that arrest you and then prosecute you. If you don't have job, come. One, that is the alternative government should provide because leadership or sometimes it's not about giving money. You might just say, look, how many of them could farm? Say that like Black Panther suggested, send them. I mean, agriculture is a good business. By the way, even if you don't have anything to do, you can't go and snatch money from another person because that person is also struggling. So you have no right to go and descend on your fellow man and be collecting money. More so when the money is not being remitted to the government. That is the thing. So you just have to help yourself, or you go and learn one skill. And this is where, in some like I did in my state, you look for something. Maybe if there is a skill acquisition, this is now what government should do. But before then, be bold enough to say, take a census. Every local government, go and register. If to just local government headquarters, open a register. If you feel that, well, I don't really have more what I'm doing and I really need the government to look into our plan. There's nothing bad in it. In the UK, they have job center. People go to job center. They are not criminals. It's because they feel that on my own, I can't try. Let me go and see if there's anything, exchange ideas. When you go there, they say this and that, this and that. So go to, you can say, take a census because it helps the government to plan. That is the meaning of economic planning. You know the number that are coming out every year, those that have what they are doing, and those that are looking for job, those you know that you can change their situation. So go to the local government headquarters near to you, register. Then before you aggregate the number, you say, oh, it's like I'm having a problem in my hand in this state too. Over 1.5 million, over 500,000. What do you do? This is now what you mean by planning. You now know that these are the things you have to do. So, but allowing them to become a law unto themselves, no. So Atalakpa must go. Fine, that is, I welcome that, and I thank Okpewolo for following that type of footstep. It shouldn't be condoned at all. So to that extent, congratulations, keep it up. But then provide alternative for them. It's not yet to Uhuru, but provide alternative or help them dialogue and do something. That is why you are there. There's nothing to be ashamed of. The money you collect every month from Abuja, like every other state governor, you can tell the people of Edo, we have 1.5 million people or 2 million or 100,000. Based on our data we collected, this is where I want to put the million. People will clap for you because you are addressing the challenges of the people. That is what they will remember you for, and not by the limousine you bought, or maybe the person on maybe you are talking to in a way that people will clap for you. That is just a fleeting moment. This is what they call touching the life of the people, because some of these people voted for you. I mean, sort of helped to rig you into office. Let me stop there for now. Now, the next thing I want to say is the northern person who was saying on the, I've forgotten the name, P2B will import alcohol to the north. The man might think he's making a point, maybe to notice me or maybe to be heard. What he's trying to tell us is that the north that he's defending or trying to defend, he felt that they haven't got brain, they can't reason. What concerns a president in Aso Rock with importing alcohol or send it to the north? What does that mean? When people talk like this, they may think that you are bringing demarketing P2B, but invariably you are telling your people that you are telling the world that these people in the north you are defending, they can't reason. They can't reason. How can you say importing alcohol and bringing it to? Who has ever done that? Meaning what? Because you want to tell me that okay, the north is Islam.
That's
You don't
what do
drink
you
alcohol.
mean the people in the north don't have brain? They can't reason.
No. That is what it's because by see Niger Watch. If somebody should stay, let me just say, because he was speaking something like he want to sort of say that he loved the north more than P2B or maybe anybody. That if P2B comes, he poison the north with alcohol because alcohol is abhorred over there. Does it not think that people will be reasoning? Are you telling me that the north, the people you are talking, they don't have sense? They don't know that you are making
now
a
I
fool.
get what you mean. Okay.
Exactly, that you are making a fool of yourself. They will say, "What is this man talking? P2B will import alcohol and bring to us with what?" Everybody what they say is to join. How do the English people say it? Say to join the Jones and Jonas just to show off. He's just talking trash. But this is the level of some people who are spokesperson. No wonder they keep the north perpetually undeveloped in terms of human capital, so that they can be reasoning for them. I bet you one thing, and I've heard them say now, P2B kills Sadwana. This is one, what is it called? One a preacher was talking. P2B born 1961. Sadwana killed January 66. P2B is barely not up to 5 years. He wasn't even in the army. Yet you are aggregating people to tell them. I'm telling you, in the whole of Southeast, there are some type of thing you will say. People will laugh at you. In fact, you can't even say it. It's like what David Omar is saying. Let me say it. He said, in Igbo, it's not yet their turn. They should wait till 2038 or be 2050. So you see what somebody is talking about. It's not yet their turn. Yes, it is right to open his mouth and even say something blasphemous, if I may use the word. But the thing is, the people you are talking to, like us, when we see it, we just laugh and say, "Now, wow, this man says no get sense." He knows he can't say it. If you bring Peter Obi and Dave Umahi, take both of them to Dave Umahi's compound or his village in Uburu. People will tell you, give us this man. They will reject their own. So you see such things when people say this type of thing. I don't know why. For him to have said it, we just look at him and laugh. He won't have weight. Nobody. In fact, I'm even saying it because most people say, "I better forget about. We didn't even notice." But for somebody to be coming and saying this type of thing about Peter Obi means that he hasn't even got an agenda. So if Peter Obi cannot import, anybody that can't import alcohol is acceptable to the North. Is the North synonymous with alcohol a rejection? That is not. Even this North they are talking about, that North of Ahmadu Bello no longer exists. We all know it now. Events have shown it. That North of everything, North of this is a block. You can't break it. It does not exist. They're only using it to keep them down. They reason for them. Probably hold their PVCs for them. When it is time for vote, you come and go and vote, tell you who to vote. It doesn't happen that way. That also explains why when people come and tell me, they're not politically sophisticated. Yeah, I said, I can't learn from them. I have nothing politics to learn from the North, because if their brand of politics is the type that is progressive, they should have been better developed than the South. But they are not. So I can't learn from them. I learn from a man who is better than me. If I see what we are doing and I can gain from it, not that with all those your sophistication, illiteracy, disease, backwardness, terrorism, beg poverty. Peter Obi went to Indonesia to tell them. Indonesia is the largest Muslim country. He was saying he went with 11 Muslims and they stayed there for 1 week. Do you know why he went with Muslims? To tell them that this is the largest Muslim country, yet there's no Al-Majiri. Why? But in Nigeria's own case, they will tell you the other way. So that is by the way. I don't know whether Nigeria Watch, I still have up to 30 seconds. If I don't,
okay, that's fine. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So let me quickly round up on Sowore's case. I don't really need to belittle it. A lot of people have said things that is very true. The only thing I want to add is, I want to ask Sowore, if today, say on a Monday, they are sworn in as the president of Nigeria, then 24 hours later, Tuesday, IBB, what is it? All those people you name, Obasanjo, all of them are clamped into prison. Where do we go from there? Have you achieved your aim? Is that what will it add to our GDP immediately? So when he want to play the politics of holier than thou, is backfiring, because so many people will see that, like why Peter Obi will say, educational qualification, whether you have come from Harvard, you can be a crook. He was saying, educational qualification is not a measure of integrity. Yes, that the fact that you want to play politics of you saint, it doesn't mean you can run a country. The other day he called Peter Obi a package fraud, like Muhammad Buhari. Listen, it was in an interview. I think people should know this. He said Peter Obi is a package fraud, just like the package Buhari. You know the way he talks. I look at this thing, say this guy is a loose cannon. Package fraud will tell us now where is the fraud. Peter Obi is an open book. That's why when people say, Sowore, you are hatred, is envy of Peter Obi, you say no be envy. But the way you talk, you take upon him. David Hundeyin threw a challenge. You want to sweep it under the carpet. It might be that David Hundeyin is lying, but at least you react to it. Let us say that Sowore has reacted to it. But today you thought we will forget. Kazim, look at ordinary Kazim Afegbua. Kazim himself, where I call him ordinary because he hasn't got anything than to flaunt, than to say, I help IBB, I'm a kitchen servant of IBB. Kazim yes.
He doesn't want to react because he's at fault. He's guilty.
So when Peter Obi say, go and investigate me, go and verify me, anything published, Sowore, Hundeyin is waiting for you. He has thrown the first salvo. Sowore replied to David Hundeyin. That's what people are waiting for. Yes,
you
please.
use what you said something else, and he said Buhari. He said
Yes, he said Peter Obi is a package fraud,
he said
just like the way they package Buhari. No, it's true. I'm not lying. I think there's an interview he was saying, yes, it's true.
No, you are right. He said Obi is a package fraud. He said Buhari, the way Buhari was packaged. Have you forgotten that Sowore was one of, he joined them when they were packaging Buhari. So he joined the packaging of Buhari.
You see, I'm not really, you see, listen, the way I want because I believe in a enlightened debate. Just like what is happening to Okpewolo today. The other day when I was here, I criticized him for what he said about everybody, including Niger Watch. But today he sacked Agberu. Not because he hate those people, but he want those people to breathe. Those commoners, when they snatch money, that money where you are taking from them is not going back into their pocket. It's like you are giving them handout again, which is good. I commend that. Let me stop here. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Augustine. Thank you. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. Okay, let me have the last two first before this debate will start. Okay, Abdul Malik, talk to us. Good evening.
No, Mr. Ivy said you were going to answer after Mr. CM, immediately after Mr. CM, before the next.
Okay, yes, you stated that I shouldn't say that I supported the governor and all that. I guess you were also listening when Mr. Jonathan corrected me that I supported the policy.
So, I didn't get that. Apologies.
Yes. Yeah, because immediately I was saying it. 1 second he unmuted and he said it's better we support the policy, not the governor. And I said, yeah, you are very right, sir. So that's what I wanted to say. Thank you. All right. Abdul Malik, once again, talk to us, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Niger Watch. Good evening, everybody in the panel. Good evening, Nigeria. You see, we Nigeria, we deceive ourselves too much. That is the major problem we still have. For me, I've never seen where somebody want to build house. You want to build like 2 decks. You will start from the upper deck. No. You must start from the foundation. If you take a look, Nigeria today, just right from the history or from democracy now, all the past presidents, they have been one political position before, right? I see no reason why Sowore just jumped to presidency. I don't understand. Even some people, they are still buying. I don't really get it. Sometimes if you have wisdom, it's good to have sense, but make sure God give you wisdom. Pray for wisdom. It's better than say you have the understand, because I see no reason why you have never hold any political position before, but you jump on presidency. How can it possible? It will be very difficult, especially with Nigeria, the country we are today in Africa, the system we are practicing. I make an example, for instance, those past presidents, right from 1999, right? They have never, anyone you have seen before, you have been either one of political position before. You hold one of political position before. But how can you just stand, you want to be a president? It will be very difficult. For me, you start from somewhere before you become a president. You cannot jump if you want to be a president of a country. For me, it's like you with Peter Obi. I don't really know why you don't want to work with Peter Obi, because Peter Obi, I've told you, and this man have ruled for 8 years, right? 8 years till today, there is nothing like corruption attached with this man. If they find anyone, they have long time, they will prove it. But there is none. Why can't we support this man to bring this country up? But we see good thing, but we are advocating for bad thing. What are we looking for in Africa? Especially with Nigerians. Even some people, I am not surprised. Even devil have followers. Yes, but the only thing is that the follower, they are not this minority, it's not majority, because majority will win the vote. Even current APC, the governor, they have followers in Nigeria. That's why you see some people that are still following them, but it's minority. But it's better you have majority. If you have the majority, you have the power. That is just it. But this man is the man of the man of the chance now. We need to vote for Peter Obi. If we really want to make that country better, to stand with, it will fix it will position everything. It cannot do everything at once, but it will make some change. Anyone that will come after him, we will start from where he stopped. But I don't really know what we are looking for. Why are we not going to vote for this man just because of a how? How? Some other country that developed country, people, even though you are not from there, so far you are born there, you are able to run. Yeah, it's your right. You can rule in the country, just like, for example, Obama. Obama is not American, he was just born there. He's a Kenyan man, right? But was born in America, but he's been a president of America for 8 years. America is one of the world power. Yes, but we Nigeria, we have tribalism, ethnicity, everything, tradition, everything have divided us. Even most of us, we are coming online to fight for good Nigeria, but some of us, we are still talking about tribalism, this and why are we like this? Our problem is very long, it's very big. Very, very big, because if we don't forget the past, you cannot move forward for the front. The future, you cannot get the future. You must forget the past before you get the future. Without the past, you cannot get the future. That is it. I come to Edo State. He suspend those people not to collect revenue in the market, right? It's good. But for me, I don't believe letting enforce that law is not just to say it. Before you know, 2-3 months, now those people that will come back to the market again. I bet you, letting enforce the law, really, they will not come finally, finish. Because they are then there. For me, they are there. They are the same people. Before you know, 2, 3, 4 months, it will be back there, started collecting money in the market. It is good for you to do it, but let it enforce the law so that finally they will not come. Because I see no reason why somebody that tried to survive with what is selling, market treatment, you are extorting the woman. How? The way they are coordinating in that country is not normal something. They are just constituting nuisance. Yeah, that is what they are doing. Arrange this thing proper, the way other countries do. It's not the way they are doing in the country. That's why everything we are advocating is not going. Because we don't do this normal. Yes, we don't do this normal. Even the money they are collecting, look at other countries, Western world. After market close, you will see people will come and clean the market. You will not see any dirty in that market. But look at Nigeria market, look at the way the market look like. But they are collecting money there, right? What are they doing with the money? There is no toilet, there is no nothing. They are just living like, I don't really get it. The people we have as a leader, they are not capable. They are not capable to govern us because they are not elected. They force themselves into that office. That is the problem we are facing today. The people that are supposed to be there, but they don't have the chance, the privilege to be there. That's why we are getting backward in our nation. It's not Africa have blessed everything in the world, but today look at where we are. Other European countries, some of the countries they are surviving with tourists. But in Africa we have all resources, but we cannot make use of the resources. Okay, why are we having the resources then? We have petrol, right? But look at the way petrol are costing in our country. And that is the only thing that generate us dollar, give us dollar. We have a long way to go. Unless this kind of people, for me, they let all of them flush all of them out, because they don't mean well for Nigeria to be better. Thank you very much, Mr. Evis.
All right, thank you very much, Abdul Malik. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you for your submission. Okay, let's hear from the last person on the panel, which is Tiobara. Tiobara, please talk to us. Sir. It's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you.
Yeah, thank you, Najawaj. Thank you, everyone on the panel and those on the comment section. Thank you, Mommy Diaspora. It's been a long time. God bless you all. Thank you. Once again, I want to start with this Sowore of a thing. I think Sowore is a good person, but politically, Sowore does not have that electoral value. So sometimes I choose not to be focusing more on him. Reason being that he's a good person who is an activist who wants a better Nigeria. For the past 3 consecutive elections now, so that's what I've contested, I've never seen where he really make an impact in any of the states. So yeah, he will still talk and talk and talk. So I will not want us to even worry much about it, because I've heard some persons coming on the panel like this. Sowore should work with Peter Obi. Sowore should work with. I don't understand. What do you mean Sowore should work with Peter Obi? To do what? You know, you are not commanding follower. It's a good person, please. Don't get me wrong. Politically, no. In terms of followers, and I've never seen people, say, okay, I want to go and vote. It's Sowore and all of that. Though for me, I like his person in terms of I wish you can have someone who command large follower, that have that boldness in case maybe if eventually they manipulate result again after the election. I would love person as Sowore to be able to fight all these people. But it's so unfortunate that he does not command that cloud. And because of his ways trying to preach his own policies and all of that, and it's not working. So that just by the way. And I want to come to Edo State. First of all, I want to let people know that based on what I've heard, what I've seen, I've never worked with this man before, this person of Okpebholo. On a personal level, Okpebholo is a good person. When I mean good person, as in he has a good heart. Because I heard somebody mention that you like a policy, but the man is a bad person, all this kind of stuff. Maybe I'm misquoting you. It's subject to correction anyway. The person is a good person who finds himself in a bad political.
So nobody said that. Nobody ever said that. They only said that we should support the policies, not to support the man.
Yes. Yeah, I'm going somewhere. Yeah. It's so unfortunate that it's not unfortunate anyway. APC is a bad political party that I myself have seen and witnessed, and that we find, and I classify people who are in that political association as association of how will I put it, bad. I don't know what words to use so that it will not be a kind of individual, but it's a bad platform because they don't mean well for the society and for Nigeria at large. We may have some governors who have one way or the other have tried, but to some to a large extent, majority of them has failed. Having said that, I commend the effort he made by removing all those agberos and all of that from the, from the streets, by telling them to, in terms of revenue collection and all of those. I don't want to really praise him that much. Reason being that he was the one who brought them into the street, brought them back, and it's not a policy. This thing has been in existence before. I remember the time Obaseki came into government, at that point, revenue collection was very low. The same Lions and Tiger was celebrating billions of dollars, naira rather, in their own private accounts. The government of Obaseki came with a policy. At that point, what they did in essence is that they came with a tablet. When you get to park, you sign in, and in that tablet, each person that are controlling that tablet, there is what you call a job tracking location. They track how that tablet is moving from one point to the other. I witnessed a friend of mine work in that space, and they were able to increase their revenues generation. When Okpebholo came, he abolished those systems and bringing all those Agbero. Now he's not removing them. I don't see, it's just like you created a problem and you try to solve the problem again. Meanwhile, the problem already been solved. It's only to build on the legacy of what has been done. He said no. That is just by the way. But I think
Tiobala, you said Okpebholo brought this Agbero them to
he
come and be
brought them.
collecting money.
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. Of course. During Obaseki government, we have revenue collection system that is digitalized. Are you getting it? That was digitalized. Before he came, he abolished all those systems. You know, I don't even know what is happening in terms of government offices that has already been digitalized. We don't know what is happening. As we speak right now, with information I've also heard, there are so many files in Okpebholo and all different offices. You know, despite the fact that maybe we did not like what Obaseki did to some extent and all of that, but Obaseki was on the way of, you know, digitalizing Edo State. At that point, Edo State have what we call data center that houses all the government information, because you cannot store this information on the cloud like AWS or whatever because of maybe privacy issue or whatever they may think of. But they want to have a sole proprietor of those data. They now have a government data center that has all these things information. And Edo State offices, majority of those Edo State offices were digitalized, whereby you would transfer file from one point to another through electronics. And many of those reforms were already on board. Are you getting it? But this government came, they reversed us back to almost about 10 years backward or so. Fine, as the guy is doing well in terms of other thing he's trying to do, I hope he continue in this line, like trying to bring in other reforms and many others, you know. But there are other already laid down foundation by the previous government that I expected this government to work on. A good example is the emergency response system. You know, where they have the command and control center, they have it. Somebody mentioned on the panel here, I would like what we have in the Good Street and many other places. There is what the government of then, I don't know now, we're building all those museum center whereby you can have all those things. We can have people, other persons coming around to come and, you know, look at our artifacts, many other things like that. As a result of that, they now build what you call Randisi Hotel. That Randisi Hotel is a world-class hotel like Dubai Standard and many other world-class hotel. That will be able, people can lodge there and all of that. Those things we're trying to reform the city center. You know, I'm not talking about other reform regarding, you know, digitalization. Even in our healthcare system then, despite the fact that it was not enough, at least there was a policy pathway whereby at those they were having primary healthcare center, and each of those primary healthcare center, they were having what we call computers, everything that, you know, when you collect patient data, it can be transferred to another healthcare center without every time you go to the other one, you don't need to come back and start doing all those normal vital science again, all of that. Records were being transferred electronically. But he brought them. And I also thank God for him for having that mind to bring, take them back. So that's just by the way. And I really want to, you know, based on that, if we, that is the aspect I'm going into, whereby we can unlock Nigeria economy, because I believe the government of the day, or whoever that is going to come after this government in 2027 or now from now onward, I believe Nigeria can actually unlock her own potential, in the sense that if they can focus more on STEM major area, because that is what I want to advise this government for. Because there is a school in Shagamu in Lagos also recently, they built what they call robotic system, you know, robotic what's it called, agents and all of that, that can even help home elderlies and all that, you know, do their household chores and all of that. Just as these are secondary school students, how did they go about it? You know, if we can reform our educational system, you know, whereby we can have trained experts from our educational system, have our lab working, I bet you Nigeria in the next 10 years will be $1 billion. When I mean $1 billion, it's a $1 trillion economy. A good example is, for instance, in America, for instance, 1 month is almost twice Iran economy alone. Brazil, you know, why? I'm not even talking about that major tech industry or firms. So if we can unlock all this potential, it will be very nice. That's why I want to also call you out, Odua, again. Before now, whenever you want to make your submission, you normally reference to technical education, but recently you seem to be quiet in those areas. It's needed. I want you to keep singing that, how will I put it, that your policy is very important. If we can focus more on technical education in Nigeria, and with people like you voicing it, I think government of the day, whoever that want to come in later, will be able to focus on this area, because these are things we need in the country. Because we are not producing. For a Nigeria to be $1 trillion economy or wherever, we have to be a productive nation. How can we be a productive nation when we don't have lights? Our technical schools are not working. Our artisans and many others are not. Nothing is happening in the country. Yeah, nothing is happening in the sense that these people, they provide their own electricity, they provide their own security and many others. So if we can have our own technical school working, we have our university up to standard, at least Nigeria should have what we call university, how will I put it, Nigeria Institute of Technology. They will call it Nigeria Institute of Technology. In that institute, we should have majorly, whether in business intelligence, business analytics, AI, call it software, cybersecurity, and many others, should be more focused in those areas, irrespective other field, they can venture into it. All these things, we're able to unlock our $1 trillion economy in the country. We have the brain, we have the people, and we also have the professor, if they have the enabling environment. Thank you.
All right, Tiobala, thank you for that, your submission. Appreciate you. Okay, everyone on the panel, I've given their submission. We're going to have our final submission now so we can round up. I appreciate every one of you, right? And those of you listening to us, thank you very much. Do your part by pressing on the like. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much, Sendam. Thanks for the super chat earlier on. God bless you. Thanks for always being there. Okay, I would like us to move on right now. I would like to give you guys time to speak within yourself. I'll give you guys 1 hour. 1 hour amongst yourself. Oga will manage it for final submission. So I don't know if he's going to give you 2 minutes or if he's going to give a 5 minutes. Anyhow he wants to use it, let him just use it. Thank you, sir.
Okay, the thing is, I think I've said all that I need to say. I donate my own time join. So if you people agree with me.
Okay, I will take your time, join.
No. I they donate and for no person in particular. I know be.
You know,
I will take your time now.
I know
which of the like you do am? It's a public thing now. You say you donate, I say I take the time.
I say I go take and join. Which means I won't speak. I know the Tambua will give him vote.
This English, more get our own English. All this will go English. Now they enter, now they commit crime. You say you donate time. I say okay, that donation I go take am. Now everybody, I take am.
Like say I hokey now. You for don't dey backstage to the top. Only I know hokey.
You know hokey now.
I know hokey. If for dey backstage, when you realize say nobody, you dey talk to yourself, you go keep quiet. Anyway,
there's no room for autocracy.
You go see now. Okay. So, gentlemen, how do we start? Look, we believe in by, let's say 11:40. Let me just say so 11. So from 9 or 11:36. Sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Divide by 60. Even if now 5. I mean 8 minutes. 8 and 7, 56. Well, it depends. If there's no interjection, it flows. So let's start with who do we? Black Panther. Do we start? Let me start from you now. If you are ready.
I'm ready.
Let's say let's do CC because I know something. Let's do like 5 minutes. Then if there is time, we come back again. But all I want is for us to be civil and organized, so that we now. So if you want to on any
I want to start by saying thank you very much. And I want to support. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can. 5 minutes starts now.
Yeah. I want to thank everybody for speaking very well. We are engaging on the policy the Edo State government is bringing forth. I think it's a It's a good policy, and for that policy to be concrete and solidified, you have to make it open and you have to make it permanent. You see, there's one thing about Nigerian politics. Everything they are playing, everything they are doing, they are always playing politics with it. Even their policies, they play politics with it. They don't want to leave a legacy that is concrete, that when they come out, yes, this is what I've been able to do, and I've put the state on a good trajectory, then any other person can build on top of it without not being so stressed or being brought backward. Like what Yobala said, you brought us 30 years backward by damaging the policy and the principle of the principle of accumulating taxation in the state. That is politics. They play politics, everything. I will not even blame them. You know, I blame the former governor. He also was playing politics with his own principle. Okay, now, for us to stop all this moving us back for 100 years, you see, any governor we put in place is never an autocrat. But we the people, can make him an autocrat. Now, I am putting a policy, I say war on education. You have to write a blueprint on education. A blueprint was rewritten by the Edo State government, and teachers were trained, and the tracking systems are all there. They know who is moving down to university. They know who is going to from nursery to primary school, from primary school to secondary school. So they need the progression. Thereby, the state can plan. Transportation is being given to the student from nursery to secondary school. Transfer them to school and transfer them back. These are some of the policy you can put on ground to set the pace for a greater country. You see all this policy they are putting. While I said, Okpebolo, yes, the policy is good. It's good. But can we make it permanent? The legislators are there. Are they there for just to collect the money? We should make them work. How do we make them work? Let Okpebolo draft a bill. A bill. It will be permanent, become a law. Banned on agberoism, collecting tax physically should be banned, and a written law should be brought to the house. If you want it to be digital, you put a law. Any government that comes can never unturn it again. Before you can unturn it, you have to look back, because you yourself, you need more money. And how do you make more money? Is to make sure that the digitalization of your tax system is improved, so that it can bring more money into your pocket, so that you can work for the people. That is how government are being functioned. That is how other Western world are working. We need to back our policies with law, so that he can be handed over without no threats to the next government. Except if the government want to change that law, they can improve on it, but they cannot take us 30 years backward. That is the problem the former governor had. He was making policy, but there was no law backing it, because he himself is into the system. He doesn't love the state. If you love your state, go and look at what Lagos State are doing. They are backing everything they are doing with law. They are putting it to the house, and they are backing it with the law. So when you come there, you will see it. But if you want to upturn it, you go to the people's house to upturn that program that you don't like. You cannot take it backward, but you can only do what? Improve and take it forward. That is how a nation, that is how a state should be built. Every system you put, everything policy you put, if you know that you want that policy to bring forth fruit in the next 20 years, because your policy, you plan for the future. If you want it to give birth, to foresee it, to give birth to greater children, you have to back it with law.
That is why your state house of assembly are there. They are not there to collect money. They are there to work.
Okay.
Work.
Thank you.
Bring a law, implement it to the latter. That is why we say
Thank you.
state policing is one of it. That is why we say
you, Black
local
Panther.
government should have the autonomy. They should have it, and the president must call them to a meeting every quarterly,
Right.
so that they can talk on the development of the local government. These are some of the systems. And one thing I want to tell our governor, the governor of Edo State,
Thank you.
I made a research. I saw that
Black Panther.
every governor that comes to Edo State concentrates developmental program on the capital.
Thank
Look,
you.
my brothers
Thank
and
you.
sisters,
Thank you.
other
Thank you, Black
regions
Panther.
are
Thank you. Thank you.
devastated. I watched a program.
Thank you,
Other
Black
regions
Panther.
are really devastated. I want the Edo State governor to really go back to the plan of
It's okay. It's okay, Black Panther. You
building
will come
a
back.
policy,
You
put
can
a
come back.
law, so that to be continuous, not coming up to campaign with road building. You need to expand the road, especially to the rural area, to the local government area, to not in a Edo Central, go to other place that brings that food basket to the state. Go there, build roads. That's why I say renewable energy is a sure way to go. They need light to make sure that their farm products are well preserved. These are things that the government can do. And government can put something like what the Lagos State government is doing to preserve wastage of farm products. You buy back and put it to the economy. These things are going to help, and they're going to bring down prices. We need to encourage industrialization of our farming system in Edo State. Gone are those days where they use hoe and cutlass. We need to really industrialize farming. What I mean, industrialize it. Let's go back to when we were giving it to the local government. You buy tractors, they go take the tractors, they do it, they pay stipends, subsidized rates, and go back. That is what we need to be doing. And if we do that, by making sure that there is war on farming, you should declare war on it. Declare war on farming, declare war on roads, declare war on how will you improve the sewage system and also the waterway system, the water system. That is the one that they did. They stole almost 30 billion. You need to go back there, because when a few rain fall in Edo State, it becomes flooded. How can you build roads with such a system? If you build roads with such a system, your road will get damaged. We don't have good road, and you are not even having good drainages. Your road will get damaged. I want the Edo State government to now concentrate not on Edo State capital. Forget those ones. Concentrate on all the local government. You need to expand them, make them multiple, build more roads that link all the local government and all the farms. Because
let it be backstage.
Mr. CM, Mr. T is not hearing you, like his network.
Wait, now I'm talking. Abdul, you know, since I talk, all this kind of attitude, me, I don't like it. I'm calling Black Panther that is talking, not respecting the rule. You hear my voice, they talk on top of my voice as well.
Sorry, I did not hear, sorry.
Black Panther, if you don't talk finish for backstage, we'll bring you in. Only you cannot be talking and superseding everybody here. That's wrong now. They are stopping you. You are not respecting anybody. That's wrong.
And that's a very good start.
See, you know here. He still they talk.
Still they talk.
So that means it's not his fault. It's not his fault.
Mr. Najawa, I believe it's not his fault.
But you see,
but he should have known that 8 minutes was given to him on 5 minutes. It's gone more than 20 minutes.
How many minutes they give him?
Okay, no, na 5 I be give him. I say
if you give him 5, even now still they talk, and don't pass 78 minutes, he still they talk. That means it's not right.
It's okay.
And it's always
maybe in network, you know they hear.
It doesn't matter. People they know they hear. You don't know how many minutes you don't spend. You yourself.
Exactly. Yeah, but he should time himself. Anyway, that is let's continue. I think the thing does. Okay, at 2 Niger, 5 minutes, please, if you are still with us.
Oh, sorry, everybody. I didn't notice. I was off. My mic was not working at all.
You see, Black
You were
Panther.
off. I didn't know. I didn't hear anybody.
I know, Black Panther. The thing is that maybe by tomorrow, if you go come tomorrow, make you take your network for servicing. No,
No,
be
not
saying
my network. Not my network. Not my network. One of my battery for my earpiece got down.
But you know, say you don't speak for more than 10 minutes now.
That's why I'm apologizing now.
Okay. Anyway, when in our
Black
own case, we
Panther
not
not be
do
the
this
same,
thing.
not be the same
Us.
earpiece wey me tell you may you go through way before. Not be
Not be the same one. This one na $200 earpiece. Not be that one I get for England though.
Wanna throw it in one corner, my friend.
Where receipt? Where is the receipt? Where is the receipt?
I
$200.
will give you. I get digital receipt. I'll send them to you if you are ready.
Now the same talk when I still let they talk they go.
Okay. Sorry. Let's be serious now. 2 Niger 5 minutes so that I know Black Panther done. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
But Black Panther, maybe we have to equalize everybody. Sorry, though it's not your fault. Thank you.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
I can hear you. 5 minutes so that we go.
Yeah, thank you for that. This issue with the Agberos have been taken off the street in terms of going to take money off people. That's quite a good thing, because if you look at it, the ordinary people that do trading, little small shops and all the rest, they pay a lot of tax in Nigeria. They're overtaxed in Nigeria compared to the higher earners. And I hope they find something for the so-called Agberos to do. They like to chase people and look for money and all that. Maybe they can find a way to put them into, I think FIR, they call it in Nigeria, revenue collection agencies, all these big people's offices and or companies or whatever they are, so that they can go and harass them and make sure they pay money for the taxes that they owe. And let's see how they can be able to convince an Agbero that they have these fancy tax arrangements. And so the idea is to find something for them to do, because if you don't have any outlet for young men with their blood very hot, you're going to have problems in society. So it's one thing to say that they should not do that. It's another thing to move them away to go and do something else. There is security that the country needs anyway, so you can move them into that. You can move them into tax collection at a higher level. And one of that area I would have thought maybe some people should think about in Nigeria is property taxes. The ones you can ban the properties according to how much value that they have. People that have the most expensive property, they should pay more. And these are generally very rich people. They don't pay into the society a lot, and they don't contribute. And instead, they are busy harassing poor traders and drivers with Agberos. So that too can be done, so that the governor can have a lot more resources at his disposal to be able to fix the state. Because part of the problem with many Nigerian states is that the governments don't collect revenue. Everybody, they sit there and expect money from the federal purse. The states do have power to generate income, but they don't. They sit there not doing anything because they are all in cahoots with each other. The rich is in cahoots. They don't want to pay anything to the state. They have a lot of money. You can see that in the properties that they own and the big cars that they drive. Why do they, if they just downgrade the property level a little bit and downgrade the cars a little bit, they can pay into the state coffers to be able to develop the state. So that too is something that I hope someone like Opegolo will look into, if he can do that. So that one is a good way to look at it. But in terms of national politics and the way our people behave, with the way they look at the nation, I think it's one of the greatest tragedy when a human being is in a particular situation and they can't even recognize it. You know how they say, if somebody takes drugs and they have a drug problem and they don't acknowledge it, if you don't acknowledge it, how are you even going to start fixing it? We have a problem in Nigeria where we indoctrinate ourselves and our children to be suspicious and downright hate other groups of people in Nigeria. And that we have to be one of the generations to start stopping it. Because if you don't stop that attitude, you're not going to stop creating people like Erofa. You're not going to stop creating people like Kwankwaso and all this MC Oluomos and all. You're not going to stop creating them. And it's on us to decide that, okay, I'm going to raise my children to be upstanding human being, and if he's a man, knows how to protect his family, take care of his wife, take care of his children, and protect his society. And if he's a woman, if he's a woman, you let her know she too has to not just look at men that just have money, but how they arrived at their wealth. That's how you judge these people, because if you don't know how they arrive at their wealth, and their wealth is gotten through nefarious means, you are encouraging bad behavior. Because when other men see the women going after such, when other men see other women going after such men, they think that is the thing to do, because men try to go do what women want. They think that's what is the thing to do, and we all have a role to play in it. Women have to educate their children to behave or be upstanding men and not go and do nefarious things to earn a living. And the men too have to stop poisoning the minds of their children against other people in the country. If we do this within a generation, you have a people that are not, we are not going, all this argument goes away. You're not going to see people killing each other and being divisive during elections. Thank you.
Thank you very much too, Niger. Almost bang on. The next, okay. Jonathan, it's your turn now. 5 minutes, if you are still with us.
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you, Dr. Siam. I will still stay on Sowore today, and I think it should be so, even as a matter of fact, going forward. And the reason why someone like me, we never relent in placing Sowore, where he truly belongs, is the fact that this guy just won't stop. He just will not stop. At every opportunity he has, he will just come out on Peter Obi. I never even, heard that he made a statement that PO is a packaged fraud. How far will you want to go? How far? What else remains for you to say? So I think he should be placed exactly where he belongs. I don't think he should be given any breathing space at all. That's just the way I see it. This is someone who has been alleged to be working with some international operatives to undermine democracy and development in Nigeria. And he pretends, and he continues to pretend that he's deaf. He never responded to it. And he still has the audacity to criticize other people. Can't you see it? It's not in his space to be criticizing people. Now you even want to criticize. You are so low-minded that the person you will pick on will be Peter Obi. You have been alleged to be working with international operatives that are undermining democracy and development in Nigeria. That was the reason why I asked earlier, who are you? Who are the people that you are working for? We don't know. And you pretend as if somebody made an allegation against you. You pretend as if you that is all over the space. You that even if a pin drop on the media, on the social media, you are quick to respond. And somebody of that exposure, like David Ibe, made an allegation, a serious one, you kept quiet. And you are also quick to talk about people's antecedent. Let's begin to talk about yours going forward. You think you have a space to hide? A simple search on you, a simple research on you brought out a serious, negative about you all over the space. Before you say Jack, you will say Peter Obi in Anambra State when he was governor. Peter Obi this when he was governor. Okay, let's talk about your own, Sowore. Because the last time I checked, I don't know your source of income from 2020 to date. A simple search on you also should reveal that you establish, or you are the founder or publisher of Sahara Reporter. That's what you do, right? And I think people should begin to place him on the same pedestal, the same way he's judging people. He need close marking so that this guy can be placed where he belongs. And I think that is the way it should be going forward. You established that outfit in 2006. And according to you, and according to publicly available information, you quit, you relinquish or resign in 2016. So what have you been doing since then, Sowore? And talking about money, it is also clear that you have received money from different foundations up to the tune of over $1.5 million. Come and give us account also how those money were spent. You can't do that. You think you don't have dirty linens all over the space? You think
1
it
minute
is only
more?
you that can come after other people? Come and tell us the $175,000 that you received from the Ford Foundation. That allegation is still hanging on you. Come and tell us about the 1.3 million that you received between 2016 and 2019 from the MacArthur Foundation. Come and tell us. Give us exactly what you did with that money. Be transparent. Tell us what is the purpose of the money. When did you receive them exactly? How much of it have you spent on what? Because that is a public money, it's a foundation money. So if you want to lead Nigeria, come and tell us how you have expended that kind of money as well, so that we can know who you are. So this I believe this is the conversation when it comes to Sowore that we need to start talking about. You can't just jump on someone and you are even making the disastrous.
Okay. Thank you, Jonathan.
The most disastrous pick. Peter Obi is the one you are picking on. Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Jonathan. We carry on. 1, 2 spoken. I don't know, who do I go to now? Okay. After Salewis, Odua, Abdul Malik, and Tiobala last. It's the same 5 minutes. So Salewis, if there's anything you still want to
I really do not
5
have
minutes
much now. I have a webinar to join now. I think I've said it. I've said it all, and everyone has actually given their brilliant submission. I just pray that as going forward, that Nigeria works for all Nigerians, and the people today should do the right thing. And the governor of Edo State, before the re-election, if he will be re-elected, I pray he does well for the people of Edo State, and that includes myself, because that's where I'm from, and not give empowerment to this miscreant bunch of brigands we have today. He should build on good initiatives that will better the lives of the young, old, and elderly. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lewis. So hopefully we see you again. Actually, what I want to point out is going forward, does it mean that governors who use Agberu to get into office, we find it difficult to control those Agberu? This is just generally, I'm not particular about anything, just
it becomes
thoughts.
Difficult. It's difficult. It's difficult
because then go spill because of re-election. Okay, well, no problem.
Because those people, sorry, a quick one, a second. Their thinking is different. Because I don't. There was a time where I think there was a time in Edo State where they said lots of empowerment were given to talks for electoral malpractice. And after the election, they were not asking them to bring out the guns that were given to them. They didn't see any of those guns.
It's true anyway. Anyway, there has been even a theory. Somebody propounded that theory way back in 2000, and I think after Obasanjo's regime, in which what this thing started festering. They said then there were 30 political parties. One journalist, he said, and each political party you have to have your own talk. By the time you empower them, hopefully only one person will win. Then what of the 29? Well, where do they disarm their talks? No, so they can start a life of their own using those things. But well, that is by the way. So thank you very much, Salewis. Odua, if you are still with us, 5 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Dr. CN, thank you very much. Well, I don't have much to say than to tell Ubewolo that you did a great job. For those who are saying Ubewolo, go and empower them, where there is grass in Ring Road, they can be clearing the grass. Those State is full of pure water cellophane. They can be picking it from the street so that people will be paying them salary in that. And so that is only the empowerment I see that people can give to them now. Is people who say, because they stop forcefully collecting money from people, that is empowerment. If not, this thing will start a Togri or whatever. So if Togri start, they will find themselves in Oko. That will be their house. Or at Sapler Road, White House at Sapler Road. Because the mechanic that open workshop, the electric welder that have, or vulcanizer that is pumping tire, it is not Okpewolo that create those business for them. So if all these people, Togri said they want to become a criminal nuisance in the state, they want to become a criminal because what they wanted government to legalize for them, that Okpewolo have banned them from it. They want to do it by fire, by force. Then I will advise Okpewolo, arrest all of them and put them in White House, put them in the Oko prison. You know, I said it the other time. If it were to be me, I will be building underground prison because I will put many people in prison. I always say it, and I will say it because if I'm a governor, you don't make my state to settle, then I will use you to settle this cause, so that other person will learn. So, and if you want work to come, it is not the governor that is going to create work. It is you and I. Those money that they have collected, instead of them to use it to create job, they will start using it to buy Guinness, buy Bende Beauty, buy Tree, buy this and buy that. Instead of them to think of coming together and put the money, especially farming. Those cows that people, those Fulani that are killing Nigerians are selling, are we forbidden to buy those cows and start training it? If Kabaka and Edo Stone, if they trade cow, is it bad something? Are they not human being like the Hausa people, the Fulani people that are training those cows? Or all those their boys that they are using? If they start training pig, training goat, at the end of the year, would they say? If they take those things to the market, would they make money from it? So let people, nobody say that this thing will come to, there will not be work, that the crime will come. If crime come, all of them go to prison. So that is my advice for Governor Okpewolo. Thank you very much. Thank you for the good work you did. Whether it's in Edo, Urumi, whatever, put all of them to prison. Thank you.
Thank you, Odua. But if you send them to prison, you still have to be feeding them again. That is the thing.
For where? You use them to make farm. You use them to be. They will be working. The money that they'll be paid them.
Anyway, yes.
I think talking about is similar to what happened with the Niger Delta youths to an extent. We kind of upgrade them. You move them into training or move them into higher offices that require less aggressive or targeting low-income people. So it's not impossible to do. It's just a matter of people putting it together, coming up with solutions.
Anyway, that's really it. I think sometimes either somewhere in Brazil they are saying that if you are in prison, either you behave, there's a way they reduce your prison time. You read book. For those that still have the interest, the more books you read, the more the days is being reduced.
It is not in Brazil. Edo State, we are doing it before. I grew up to meet it. Yes, they will take prison people to go and do farm to pay for their district. They were doing it in Edo State.
Okay. Well, a lot of things. All I know is that what I'm saying is that let people be useful, because somebody going out to go and be doing that, but taking money forcefully from almost from a poor person again. It's not mean. No. There's no way. Somebody should be useful in one way or the other. But that is by the way. I think they are listening. Thank you very much. The next person is Abdul Malik. Then we go to Tiobala. But Abdul Malik first. Abdul Malik, are you still there? Salam alaikum. 5 minutes.
Salam. Good evening, Mr. CM.
Thank you.
Apart from revenue market collection, there is something better they can do. It's just for them to have capital. They be Nigerian. There is many things you can do. That is the reason why we are still advocating for good government. Government, they are the major problem of everything happening in Nigeria today. Look at other country, other advanced country. When you are working, say you are working, you can borrow money. So far you have permanent work and you have document, you can borrow any amount of money you want to start up something business. But the money that's supposed to be made for the people, one person will embezzle the money. Look at extravagantly the way they are spending money to renovate unnecessary renovation, which is not necessary, it's not essential. It's not supposed to be what is disturbing Nigeria for now. But they are doing it. Why? They are just wasting money extravagantly. How can they meet up? How can such country meet up? They can never meet up. That's why people are suffering. I don't really get it. The way they are doing in that country is like they are not normal. Their reason is not normal something. It's not normal something. There are many guys can do, and when you have population, you have advantage. Look at Europe, all European countries, how many population Europe have? Almost 450, right? How many countries in Europe? Look at. But Nigeria, we have almost 230-something million. Europe have only 450 million. But Nigeria, we don't make use of our population just because of our ignorance and everything. A whole government to buy solar power in Sowore. You don't even plan how you will give your country energy, solar, energy, electric. How who does that of that country? Is it good reasoning? Backward reason. We don't know something, but we claim we know. I don't really know what they are doing in that country. It will be very difficult for we to move forward if we don't have good government. Thank you very much, Mr. Siem.
Okay, thank you, Abdul Malik. Actually, before I bring in Teobala, just one 30 seconds. Let me say this. Talking of agriculture, Nigeria has gone beyond the level of subsistence farming, whereby machete, hoe, although they do it in Benue State and the North. Why can't we go mechanized? Whereby the one you see abroad, you see somebody driving tractor and the thing can cultivate acres of land within 8 hours. You've cultivated a lot. Then the one that we plant with cassava, before you know it, a massive field is cultivated within an hour.
That is laziness. Because we are so lazy to think. We are so lazy to unite. We are so lazy to bring money together for better things.
Exactly. Well, you see, I'm trying to say why, because this is all about, it's like somebody driving an Okada, around a field. You won't even feel it as you are driving. The back of the tractor is cultivating, digging up the soil. In the end, you just plant your distance. So it's easy. But I don't know why. Maybe, I don't know. That is my own. Okay, Teobala, because mechanized farming should be the way out. Our population cannot be sustained by this family who are machete business no more. Teobala, please, 5 minutes if you are still with us.
Sam, just to continue from where you stopped regarding mechanized farming, I think I will bundle everything together. Yeah, when over time I'll be, emphasizing on human capital, these are the key area. These are the key area we are talking about. When before now, although I always mention technical education, these are key areas. When before now, I always mention electricity and all of that, where people even in New Guinea or wherever they are in the whole country can quickly manufacture those mechanized, tractor, even small hand tools that you can just plug, and use. These are what we talk about human capital. I'm going somewhere. And with the aspect of maybe it was two Nigerian other persons who said that at least they need to tax this and that. Normally, tax is good, but you don't tax people to grow your economy, especially when you know these people, the nation GDP is very low, and GDP per capita is also very low in a country. No matter the tax, you will not yield that benefit or that economic growth. Are you going to be taxing the poor? Even if
I
you
was
do have.
referring to the rich. I was referring to the rich.
Even how many rich do we have in the country? Like when I mean rich, how many do we have?
No, Tiobala, sorry, you have your time. By what Unaja meant, it might not be really because they might hide their, what is it called, what is the salary or whatever. But the houses you see, these are mansions, you can see them. you count them. By the time you count how many mansions in GRA, in all these things, you estimate their cost. You have estate valuer, estate surveyors and valuer. An estate valuer in Benin can tell you all these houses here, they can cost in the market now. So with that value, you now hammer the tax. You now not hammer really. You now put the tax and invite the owners. So you are now collecting that money. That is property tax. We can get it so that because when they steal this money, they put it in property. So you now collect it from the property because they won't tell you their annual emolument every month.
Most of them that stole this property, majority of them have houses in Dubai. If you want to go that way. And
no, they don't have houses to buy. They have 3 houses, 5 houses, 7 houses. And even last Sunday, is it not 2 Sundays ago? I was I advised Sowore to do the same thing. He should number all houses in Edo State so that you will know the person that have 2 houses, not the one that have 3 houses, not the one that. Then all of them will start paying tax.
Just a minute. I mean, which house is even in Edo State? People are even talking about. How many mansions do we have there? Is it? I'm coming. No. See, don't go there. I know what I'm talking about. You know.
We are not talking of mansion. We are talking of houses that have room.
That's what I'm saying. And then they still go back to the taxing the poor. There's nothing wrong with being taxed, even if you want to go by that method.
Nobody's talking about taxing the poor.
I'm going somewhere. Please now, let me use my time.
You keep changing it back to taxing the poor. That's the
okay.
It's true. It's not the poor. It's not the poor. It's every house. Every house. You are taxing the house, not the person. The owner. The house you are taxing because the house is money. That is the value of the house is what you are taxing.
No, but Dr. Sien, wait, my brother, your time is there. Your time is there.
The advantage of doing that is that
Tiobala,
they will want to make use of that property then. Because
Tiobala,
they will be sitting there doing nothing and just taking money from them.
Okay, let me tell you, I've said this thing and I'm still saying it. I always said that is why I said they should number all houses. Did you know that if I'm a governor, if you have 2 houses, one will be paying a tax? Because you create a business that you are hiding to pay tax from government because you put tenant there, they are paying you money. Automatically, it's a business. So you start paying tax. No all houses. Then that is for that. Listen, then the second one that generates money most is every house must pay for waste, for dirty to come and pick
anyway,
it.
it's okay. It's okay, Udua. Let him.
It's good. All these policies and all of that. Hold on. All these policies is okay. Which house are you going to tax? Is it the house that generates its own electricity? I'm coming. It's a big house. Fine. Is it the house that generates its own security? That provides its own security? Is it the house that produces or generates its own power, rather water supply? You want to tax? Fine. It's good to tax. There's nothing wrong with taxing. But until the government of the day, when you hear they pay taxes in America, other houses, or places in the world, go and check the enabling environment. Go and check what they have, the amenity they have. Go and check the gas supply to the house. Go and check the electricity supply to the house. Fine, there's nothing wrong with taxing or whatever you want to do. But the most important thing is that you don't grow economy by taxing, again, the poor people. You know, if you can provide electricity by yourself, provide security by yourself, my dear, as far as that country is concerned, calculate all this money, subtract everything, find out that you have nothing left. Majority of the people will still be in that poverty circle. Go and check the GDP of Nigeria. It's around as at this mid. I'm coming.
Please.
Let me just give you one point. You are getting it wrongly. See, property tax is like a constant.
No, you cannot attach
water supply, and condition the government. Property tax is a constant. You must tax people for using the land.
Black Panther, hold on, please. We will react to it when he finishes.
Yeah, land tax, property tax, whatever tax you want to tax. You know, in short, we should not go there. It's open for debates anyway. The point here is this: Nigeria economy or GDP is very low. When I mean very low, it's around $244 billion. Around that range, is that higher?
That's not the fake GDP.
Okay. Do you have any one like currently?
No, I'm talking. That's the when I say fake, that's the rebased GDP.
Okay, thank you. God bless you. You get
it's
it.
It's not up to that.
It's not even up to that. Now, if you even go by that, you find out that per capita in a day, Nigeria spend around $3 or $2-point-something in a day. And some people don't even respond to that too, because it's just like in statistical data analysis, we have outliers. These outliers don't really enable us to get the proper statistical measure regarding how much GDP per capita in Nigeria. Because there are some persons in the country who are extremely rich, then they have to divide all this money by the total population, then divide it by number of days or months, as the case may be. You find out that the so-called per capita is not even up to that $2-point-something. You know, why? There are some outliers in the data. Having said that, if you want to grow economy, and like I said, tax is okay, but it's not the proper way of growing a $1 trillion economy, even multi-billion-dollar economy. So fine, that is why one of the way, you know, is to start what we call production. Production is very important. You heard, okay, let me not go too far. Production in the sense that, what are you going to use? Like most of Nigerian people now, even across the world, they are farmers. It's so unfortunate in Nigeria today, especially people living in the rural area, despite the fact that they don't have access to good roads, electricity to preserve their crops. They don't have tools to do their proper farming. Why?
Okay.
I've seen in a case whereby, you know,
thank you. Round up, please. Thank you.
I've not said anything regarding. I'm coming. Hold on, please. Just a minute. Hold on now.
No.
Me since now.
I know. I removed all those times. To be honest, I'm being honest.
Let me round up on this. Let me round up.
Round up.
Yeah, like our farming system. If people use cutlass and hoes, whereby this can be produced by maybe technical or whatever people in the country. And that is why we need to go to educational reform. You know, it's as important as any other thing. Educational reform does not just, Nigeria education today is one of the problems we are facing in the country, whereby we produce graduates with a certificate without skills. Thank you.
Thank you, Teobala. What we were saying is property tax. That is house. Not whether it contains electricity or it doesn't contain water.
When you say house, do you know how many houses people are not living in Nigeria?
That is why you
can I say something here? Can I say something here, please?
It's an incentive so that no house will remain empty. That is the meaning.
Can I say something here?
Even if you tax the house,
let me check our time. It's okay. Let me check our time. Let me check our time before we go. Hopefully in the next. Hold on, please. Hopefully in the next 10 minutes, so that I will be fair now. This time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, can we do it each person if we want to? Let's organize ourselves for 1 minute before Niger Watch will ring a bell. Otherwise, me and Don, it's just who goes for who will be.
And let me go first.
You say you don't finish.
You never finish, your guy.
Now you do. You say you don't finish.
No, I say
okay.
I say na 32, 23, 32. So 23,
no,
22.
Now I give now. The minutes don't almost finish. No ballad don't finish.
We don't take our minutes now.
22, 33. Nah.
All right, see for screen. Now 1 hour I give is almost done. Thank you.
You know they enjoy our talk.
I better go one corner first.
God, make I talk, I beg. You see, 30 I want to respond to Teobala taxes. You see, Teobala, Property tax is not arguable. The only thing you can argue in property tax is the money. Where are you going to peg the money? Peg it according to how you earn. Peg it according to the value of the house. A poor man cannot have a bungalow as it is now. A poor man cannot build a house. It's people that have money, access to finance, that can build a house. So you don't argue property tax. Even during the days when they were building America, America was not like this. There was property tax. So you don't say because they are not supplying you light, they are not supplying water, but they supplied you the land because the constitution say government own the land. So you cannot devote the government from not collecting tax. It's because there's another that said there's nothing free in Freetown. We are in the 21st century. You don't argue property tax.
No, you're not getting the point.
Because property tax is annually, it's not monthly.
How much is the property tax?
Thank you, Black Panther. It's okay. No, it could vary. It's not constant. We pay property tax in the UK. It could vary. Anyway, so far you have a house, you have to pay tax on it.
Yeah, that's the point. But we are talking about GDP with $1 trillion, even multi-billion.
Don't put GDP. GDP no concern property tax.
In Nigeria, they call it tenement rate. It's paid in Lagos.
No, you're not getting it. I'm not against it, CM. See, nobody's against whether you pay property tax or not. My whole point is that it's a good policy, but more importantly, if you want to read, in short, I don't want to argue this. It's okay.
Okay. Anyway, so in the absence of Abi, there's no that 30. Just put it. Okay, to Niger speak. Put the time up again, Niger, so that everybody will be looking at it and then round up.
In Edo State, it is estimated that they have over 400,000 housing units in the state, and if they do that, and you say the best ones are owned by the top 10% of the population, and you are looking at about 100 to 200,000 properties that you can tax. And if you do that, you are probably going to get a significant amount of money, and it's also going to incentivize them to utilize the properties, because many houses are sitting fallow, doing nothing, not housing people, just put money on the ground, and the property is losing value too. So it makes sense to incentivize them to actually utilize the properties while getting resources to enhance the state that these properties are actually built. In other words, it actually helps the property, because when you build the state, the value of the property will increase too.
See, you understand? The point here, do you know this is a recursive effect? You guys should know this. Recursive effect in the sense that if I own a property in Benin or in Lagos, you tax my properties, I will pay. I think people will rent that apartment, right? In turn, I will increase my rent.
No. I can't hold on. That's a cheap argument. Okay. Let me tell you, Tribala, that is why I told you that you don't argue property tax. You only argue the pegging. What are you going to peg annually on individual tax and the value of the property? That is what you argue. You don't say don't pay property tax because the GDP, whatever, or using economic terms. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You cannot put a house on a land. You expect it not to pay tax on it. Please don't argue. You are educated enough.
Okay. One minute. 1 second. Tiobala, if you collect rent from your house, do you know you have to declare it as income? Do you know that?
If there is a system for it, why not? It's supposed.
No, why shouldn't there be system? Oh, you think say you go just the tax people because of living in your home? You increase the rent arbitrarily.
Where do they declare it in Nigeria?
Hi, no, I'm coming now because we are trying to. When we say you need the property tax, then you said okay, if they tax on your property, you have to increase the rent. The rent you collect from your house, it is your house. Nobody is taking it from you, but you have to declare it as income so that you pay on it. It's done in UK here.
In Nigeria.
You declare to the tax man, man. That is part of paying.
You don't say you must declare for tax collector. You don't know.
See.
This man even knows.
People are not getting it. Are you people talking imaginarily? Is that you guys are discussing right now?
In Nigeria.
Listen to Obala. You've pointed us in the direction that Nigeria want to go You want, this is the way your dream, vision of Nigeria, human capital development, you do this, you do that, all these things. Why not also say that Nigeria should also look into pay as you earn tax? It's still part of human development. You are collecting money from people.
One. If you come in this aspect, definitely I will agree with you.
Exactly. That is what I'm saying. So everything should be looked holistically. You know,
exactly.
Nigeria made one point that if you start doing it, no house will remain empty. Do you understand that?
What Nigeria said, quite different for the argument you are bringing now.
No.
About pay as you earn.
You know, I know that is on the rent you collect. That is on the rent. That is paid, because I said the rent you collect from your house is an income to you, so you should pay tax on it. But what we are saying is that, say you build a house, it's empty, nobody is living there, you are not collecting rent, but you are paying tax on it because it's your property. So what Nigeria said, that I agree, because it will make the incentive is that people will no longer be having their house empty. Because what is the point of building a house empty? It's not bringing return. Later you are even paying money on it. So you now make it in a way that people can just build mansion and keep in the city. They will rather build the one that will be flats or rooms to let, so that they can be making money.
Yeah.
From that money they pay
that
tax.
Is why proper taxing houses are important. You have to make use of the house.
Exactly. If you don't make use, because Tiobala, you know now, if now you build a house, nobody's living there in a mansion, and you are paying tax on it, will you be happy? Is it not better for you to build a house that even if it's face me and face you, you put 20 people there, they are paying rent, you are collecting small money, money from them. Even if they say pay tax from that rent, you is that not economically is wiser than living an empty house? Nothing is there. I mean, the house is empty and you are paying government tax on it. If you don't pay, they seize it. It's that simple. It's done in the West, and you pay. So property tax is one of the ways to raise money for government. But then, and there should be accountability. That is another thing altogether. But then there are still ways to do it.
Have been living on taxes. They are still having issue with their economy and all of that. My whole point is that
I think, Tiobala, I think you are having difficulties with tax because
no. I don't have any issue with it. No. Look at it, to Nigeria. Let me make my opposition clear. I agree with paying of tax, without being property tax or whatever tax you want to pay. The point here is this. I want Nigeria have the potential to unlock $1 trillion or multi-billion-dollar economy. That is the point I'm going into. And one of the way you said is tax. But my whole point is that, yeah, tax is good. If we can create an enabling environment, when I mean enabling environment, empower the people, in any way we want to empower the people, so that the people can be productive, you know, and the nation can also be productive exports. Tax will not be an issue.
Okay, Tiobala, let me assume that you studied economics. Please. I know you will come later, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Let me assume that, Tiobala, you studied economics at O level in school. There's one book they call Certificate Economics of West Africa by O. Tereba, professor. If they ask you what is the key source, the major source of government revenue, what will you say?
Everybody know that it's tax.
It's what?
Are you getting it? Everybody knows tax. Hold on now. It's not just about saying, hold on. A government that collects tax for the people, provide the neighbor environment for the people, provide the needed thing for the people. When that one is not done, you just want to tax people when they cannot go to farm, when they cannot do anything. Talk about taxation.
See, when we say tax, there are different types of tax. Property tax does not mean that you don't have job. For you to have a property, you already have a means.
I agree with you 100%.
Tiobala.
It will not grow Nigeria economy to the way.
Tiobala, listen very well. Tiobala, listen. Did you know that NEPA today that you are talking that is not working because the people were not paying for their bill, for their use, for as a service? I remember in my street, even this is a street that PDP that form APC, that form AC. Did you know that when the NEPA people came to Scotland, it is only our house, our house at Sokmomba Road, I'm telling you now, that pay regularly. Did you know that if we now say NEPA, why did you not give us that? Did you know what they tell us? That house did not pay. This one did not pay. The other one did not pay. The other one did not pay. Then where would they have the money to generate electricity for you? So because the people refuse to do
let me say this. Let me say this, Dr. Mr. Odua, just sorry for cutting you. I think the most important thing when it comes to property tax, it comes with responsibility. Nigerian politicians lack responsibility. They know that, and that's the reason why they are running away. Because if you are collecting property tax, there are two. You collect tax when the land is being bought. That's clear cut. Now, ongoing, which is the main one for you to continue to like becomes your bread and butter, right? Like a piggy bank, you know that you can project on it, you can plan on it that this money is going to come. Nigerian government, from local to federal, they don't have the responsibility to do that. Because for you to be collecting continuous property taxes, you'll be responsible for sewage, you'll be responsible for water, you'll be responsible for inner street lighting. All those things you'll be responsible for it. That is what gives you the audacity, so to say, for you to come and say you want to collect property tax. And for them, they know these things are not available.
In
That's
UK,
why
water no day my own.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
There's no
water is not included in my own.
Water is not there. You see, and
separate.
that is what gives property value. If the local government will enter one area now, already sewage is connected, water is connected, street light is connected, the inner street road are all paved, the value of that property will go up 50, 60, 70%, in some cases double. But in Nigeria, they run away from rent. You see, that money they go to Abuja, they collect every month, does not give, their brain is blocked. Peter Obi said it again today. Let's continue to give it to this man. He said they are clueless and misplacement of priorities. You want property tax is look here. Let me use my own where I live here. Local government here, we call city council.
It's council.
That property tax is their bread and butter. See, as I live here, where I live now, the property tax for 2028 has been estimated already. And they are budgeted on the plan for 2028. Already.
British
It's a
area
5-year plan. It's the
you
last
are not
one.
in Canada.
Yeah, 2023.
Jonathan, you are not living. Jonathan,
no,
you are not living in Canada.
Canada are two different.
Jonathan, you are not living in Canada. You are living in British aspect of Canada. It's the same
no, sir. Canada have of France. So, they have of the British.
The property tax for this every year. February, everybody receive your property assessment, whether you like it or not. You get it. You know that is your property tax for the year. It is good because the local, and it's not federal, it's not state or provincial.
It's council. It's just local council.
It is council. It is city. They bank on it. It is like a check. Like they've gone to bed. They go and sleep. That money will come, and they plan on it. And you know why? You know why they know that it is their right to collect it? They provide all these things. Water is there. See, if there is a blockage, water blockage somewhere, before you wake up 5 a.m. in the morning, you will see city. They are working on it already. Sewage, all those things, they are all there. Inner street.
It's okay. The thing is that all those things could be taken care of. We're not just saying that government will just tomorrow you start collecting, but sit down, because all these things is what we are going to use to say this is the worth of your property, this is the tax you have to pay. I mean, what is it? You spend money to make money. If government is really serious, that is just the thing. Otherwise, it's a veritable way of making money.
I want to say something here. Let's just look of the waste, the dirty we are talking about in Edo State. Now, let government put this law, and every house paying 1,000. Check how much that they will receive every month. One has to pay 1,000. Tell me. And there are houses that will pay 5,000. There are houses that will pay 10,000. But let us say all houses in the city 1,000, and see if you will still see dirty in that environment in that city. It is because we don't have the people that are brain to think, they want to become a governor, or whatever.
We vote Black Panther for governor for Edo State. Based on with Black Panther.
No, I can no longer be governor now.
If you vote him,
I can always be a commissioner or a minister.
He will task without providing right? If it starts without providing water, if it starts everything, that is black matter for you. Don't vote.
See, if I cannot be a governor again.
Why?
Because of my status. I can only be minister or commissioner.
Have you been before? Which one be status? Which one?
My status cannot, because my status cannot make me a governor. It is in the law of Nigeria.
Okay. Oh, you don't get you. Okay, you hold US.
Yes.
There you go. You go denounce Trump citizenship now.
Denounce which Trump citizen? Now Trump get America.
Okay, American citizenship. You go bounce America now in favor of.
I want to be. I'd rather be a minister, commissioner, than being a president or a governor. That is where I'm very effective.
You say. Hey, boy.
Celestial prophet don't come.
All right,
hallelujah. Hallelujah.
We don't close. August,
the big man. Thank you. The big man.
Sir. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you all, my people. We have done well today. You are Tiobala. Una don't start una agreement and disagreement. You know, thank you so much. God bless you all. Thank you, August, once again. Mr. Jonathan. Tunaja, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Mr. Dua, thank you very much. Thank you, Abdul Malik, Black Panther, and many others. I appreciate every one of you, my people, right there. Everyone called in today, thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Mother of Mommy Diaspora, thank you very much, Mommy. I appreciate you. Thanks for always being there for us. Thank you, Abu Azi. I appreciate you, my brother. Thanks for always being there for us. Thank you, CEO. I can see you. Thank you very much, Love Madaka. Thank you, Sendam. Thank you, my people. Thank you, Patrick Cosma. Thank you. God bless you all. Thank you, Clement Ojo. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Namdi Ife Kandu. Thank you very much, Mother Peggy Modi, Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, Debsy, and many, many more. God bless you all, my people. We've come to the end of this broadcast right now. I appreciate those of you that super chatted me, Sentam. Thank you once again. Seven Gilmet there. Thank you once again, Mother Peggy Modi. Thank you once again. My people, let's stand for what is right. Let's continue to speak truth to power. Let's continue to put our time to positivism. That's just all we can actually do in this life, to be honest. Just do your part. Do your part. Like I normally say, I'm just privileged to have a platform to use on what we are doing right now. You know, some of you might be looking from distance, oh, I wish I can do this and all that. It's not too hard. Just build a platform and start speaking truth to power. And you must also have the enthusiasm, the dedication to be consistent in what you do, because not everybody that can actually do what we are doing here. You know, some people will do it because of the money. There's nothing wrong if you earn from your hard work. Nobody want to labor in vain. But what about if you do it for the first 3 or 6 months and you didn't get any payments on it? Would you be able to continue? That's the question. And I remember when I started my YouTube, I run my YouTube for 2 years. You know, for 2 years, you know, 2 months or 3 months before that end of that 24 months is when I get my first ever payment on YouTube. I was like, oh my God. And I celebrated it with my family. I was like, wow, why am I saying this? It was a journey of dedication. And I was not looking at the money, even though you know the money will come in the future. So the question to you now, what is that thing that you are doing today? And you started it because of money? Because most people, if you start something because of money, I don't know if you guys have noticed, if you start something because of the money, in most cases, the money will be running away from you, you know. But if you start something because of you want to build yourself, you want to be dedicated to read, the money will certainly come, you know. But without pressure, the money will come fluently. But if you are pressured, you will wait. That's why I see some people, some of us listening to me right now, that's why I see some people who's even working with, doing a job of 9 to 5 salary and all that. Sometimes you already calculate your money before month end. You get the way some additional task they will give to you at work, you already pulling your head left and right and all that. These things, blessings don't follow it. Yes, treat other people's stuff the same way you want yours to be treated. My mother actually just gave me that direction when I was growing up. I am assemblies, and another word that she always uses is that do the right thing when nobody is watching you. You get that? Most of us, we like to do the right thing when people are watching us. Just say, okay, somebody they look me, okay, my you doing like this, maybe they say I be this kind of person. No. My mother taught me that blessings come to you more when you are doing the right thing when nobody is watching you. You get more blessings because nobody was watching you and you still choose to do the right thing. I don't know if you understand. Just like here now, somebody you're calling to this show now. Oh, Mr. Naja, we want to give you 10 million naira. We want you to do this thing for, let's say, APC, for example. I'm just using as a case study. And then because I know that Oga CM is here, Black Panther is here, Teobala is here, or my people listening to me, they are now shamefully, stylishly, hypocritically now say, no, I don't want them. Within me, I want it, but because others heard it, and I say, no. But what about if the person meet me privately? Like, meet me privately and nobody's watching, nobody's there, just me and the person. Say, okay, Mr. Najawash, we want to give you 10 million naira. We want you to try to reduce the way your panelists talk when they are trying to go this area, stop them from going there and all that. That's why we're giving you this money. Then I collect the money. I don't know if what I tell you makes sense, because I'm trying to give examples. Sometimes you forget yourself. What I'm trying to say is that, okay, let me come back to how I started because I don't know if my scenarios are aligning. Do the right thing even when nobody is watching. That's where blessings comes from. And treat people the way you want to be treated. Yeah. Even me that is saying this now, human being, none of us is perfect. Or not get me wrong, because sometimes people, all those witches and wins out now, listening to us now, will not be saying that, hey, wait till they talk, they're imperfect. Nobody is perfect. But when it comes to corruption, I'm very perfect. Unfortunately, I can hit my chest on that. Very, very perfect. I can never be corrupt. Yes, so God forbid. You say as a normal way of life, human being, as God created you and I'm not perfect. But when it comes to corruption, now mind now, not be mind that they do that one. My content you say I'm not perfect tomorrow, then I end up engaging in corruption and I say, oh, I'm not perfect, forgive me. No. You knew what you were doing. You were the one that sent your account by yourself. You accepted it. Now you go still withdraw the money come up for your account by yourself. So you knew what you were doing. You understand? Just like a woman will come off her husband's house, go cheat. She'll not be telling her husband later on, forgive me, not be my fault. I didn't know what I was doing. Madam, you went to that house. You pull your buluku by yourself. You jump for that place by yourself. You open this thing by yourself. So listen, there's nothing like sorry for that. It's not a mistake. Except say either you were drugged, they tie your head, they tie your neck. That's another thing. So let's come to what we are saying, my people. What we are doing, I've said this so many times. Some people might not take this, but I believe with the sooner you start taking correction from people, blessings will locate you quicker. Because when you are sitting there in your living room and arguing what people are passing because I'm not your pastor, then you might have a long way to go. I repeat again, I am a testimony in a capital letter. I am a testimony. Obviously, I cannot deny that God has the faith. I'm a successful man, and I believe many of us here we are. So I'm a testimony that you can be successful without not engaging in satanism. When I say satanism, when I use the word satanism all the time, some people find it hard to understand. Satanism is a collective of anything wrong. So that's why I prefer to use those words or that particular word all the time. Yes, it covers every single thing that is bad. That's what Satanism is all about. So I am a testimony that a man can be successful. You know, a man can be successful without not engaging in bribery, corruption, or anything. You'll still be successful. Like I'm ending this show now. You can sleep well, dream well, smile with your children. You know, if you drink water, go enter your body well. Right? I will not end this show now and I receive one year satanic call. And we say, okay, we'll not be negotiating 1 or 2 prize. I posted something on my Instagram. For those of you that follow me on Instagram this morning, was it this morning or yesterday? There was a 21 years old girl. More than all, I'm supposed to end this show now, but let me quickly post this video. I want you guys, oh God, don't tell me say this video, not in my phone again, go pay me. I want to quickly post this video. Oh, please hold on, my people. My son wants to go to bed. Love you, baby. All right. Sleep well. Okay, let me see if I will see this video here. There's a video that I wanted to show you guys quickly. I don't even know where it is again. I just hope I didn't lose that video because you know, in the time of trying to educate ourselves, you know, say if now our pastor they preach, then would they listen? Would they put our head down? But when people like us they talk, nobody want to listen because they just say, I beg you. But if your pastor they say esebo, you say yeah, they tell the truth. No, say that lie. It's not even telling you the truth. Most of them are not telling you the truth. But unfortunately, I don't see this video. But it would have been very, very educative if maybe I find out. You know, so when you find something, you know, whoever say go there, they look, you know, go see. Because I didn't prepare for it.
Hello and welcome.
Oh, so I didn't prepare for it. So I don't know where the video did. Oraka video go to play while they look for another video. So I don't even know. Okay, yeah, I got it. Okay. Let me. Okay, guys. Okay, what I wrote on this video. Let me play the video first. Then what I wrote on the video, I will now see if I can show you. But I be still see this video just now. Wait to come beyond this one now. Hi. Yes, I don't lose.
You can summarize it. That's okay. Summarize
okay,
it.
Yes. Okay, I got it now finally. Oh God. August here. But you are looking for something where you don't plan. That's what they be. Okay. This particular video is a girl, is a 21-year-old girl who is already making millions of dollars. 21-year-old girl. You know, she's only advising business owners for passive income and all that, blah, blah, blah. Then I posted this video because a lot of people reached out to me after I posted it. And I said, she's only 21. According to what I wrote, I said, she's only 21. She's not going to people's inbox to beg, you know, to beg to beg hardworking individuals for money. And she's not selling her body for money. And you as a man that is engaging in criminality and now underline it, Yahoo. In the name of you want to make something, you can start doing something good for your life today instead of engaging in something like that. Similar thing like that. But watch the video. That's the video there.
Ask you a quick question.
Sure.
Is this your car?
Yeah, you look so familiar.
You do too.
I help people start or scale their businesses.
Now, I run a channel called American Income where I interview entrepreneurs. You mind if I have 2 minutes of your time really quick?
Okay, sure. Yeah.
All right, let's go right here. Okay. So who am I here with today?
Ariel Pryor.
And what is exactly that you do for a living?
So I help people start or scale their businesses through passive income.
Okay. And what's the most amount of money you made in a single year doing this?
A little bit over $1 million.
And how old are you? You look very young.
I'm 21.
And how did you get into this? Tell us your story, your journey. How did you come to this position today?
Well, I grew up on the south side of Chicago, so I had to start taking care of myself when I was 10 years old. I had no choice but to become an entrepreneur because I wasn't old enough to get a job.
Wow. Now, facing those challenges at such a young age, how did you overcome those challenges and get to where you're at today?
I mean, I overcame my challenges, of course, by praying, asking God for guidance, and then I got a vision that I wanted to be a millionaire before I was 21. So I'm like, I'm going to do whatever it takes, right? So I had to be the person in my family to take that different route.
Wow. Now, how does it feel to break, be the one in the family that's taking the lead and becoming successful?
I mean, it feels literally amazing. Like, it's nothing but a blessing. Like, I was able to move here to Miami and buy my own home, becoming the first homeowner in my family, right? I'm the first person in my bloodline to make over $1 million. So I just feel like I really have a purpose and I'm doing a great job at it, and I'm helping other people along the way.
Okay, I'll just leave that video there, although it's longer than that. But my message, what I was trying to send, but when I posted this video yesterday on my Instagram, on my status, I wrote a very deep thing. Some people reached out to me by saying, "Oh, forget, not be Nigeria person. If you make this kind of money, you need to engage for 1 or 2 things to be rich in Nigeria." Why some people also reached out to me, "Oh my God, this is so good. I'm happy that you posted something like that. I'll continue to push harder." Why some people also said, "Oh, forget, you now we don't do something in the past. Now can't they preach rubbish?" So it's always like that. It's always like that. We're not talking about politics now. We're not blaming government now. We're talking about ourselves. In rounding up, just wanted to put that in there, that you can become whatever you want to become. Somebody day to day with they search chewing gum, it already lay cost on themselves that, oh, I know what they make for this one person, not they feel use them better now. I just they do this one till they survive. I don't feel better with this. You have just lay cost on yourself. Now people they make company we get people they make 2-pick we get the company. They are millionaires. 2-pick now that they make, but you don't lay cost on yourself. Say because if they search with gum, this one personally you feel use this one better for life. Listen, guys. In conclusion, be dedicated to whatever you're doing. Even people that is even working for other people, a lot of them are successful today. How do you become successful when you are working for people? Know how to save. Be prudent how you spend your money. Know how to save your money and use it, to grow while you are still working. That's why you see some people that is working, they'll be saving heavily. They are very prudent. They practice prudency all the time. Then it gets to some time, they now tell the company they're working with, say, "I don't want to work with you again." Why? Because they have raised enough money to start their own business. So it's the same thing. So there's no really excuse for you to say, "No, because they work now, only salary me they receive now." How long have you been receiving that salary? How do you spend your money? How do you assess your income and your expenditure? These whole things are very, very, very vital. So I just wanted to put that there. Most of us play, even as hard as Nigeria today. There are some of these Nigerians that live in Nigeria today, legitimately, they are still doing well. They are not engaging in any criminality. I know 1 or 2 hardworking individual that have their businesses that is moving on already and all that. Their dedication alone, you'll be impressed. So my people, yeah.
Okay. Thank you for at least bringing it up. That will serve as a motivation to many people, across the world. And that is the reason why we keep saying, like, enable environment, human capacity building, and all these things is very vital. And if we can, short, I don't want to open a debate, but I think what I said is very important. Enable environment, human capital capacity building, and many others. This will help. Because I wanted to give an instance. I know of a girl in Benin City who, she came for training at some point. What happened was that she had opportunity to be working remotely with some US-based company and Canadian-based company. This girl was working like 3 good jobs in Nigeria remotely. As I speak with you, this guy is is a billionaire. I don't know how to put it. Let me not exaggerate. So
and he lives in Benin, right?
He lives in
Oh.
And this person even give trainings. He do so many things. I'm not talking about those in America now. I'm talking about those living in Nigeria. If you see some persons in Abuja, in Lekki, you'll feel that everybody are here. Oh, no. A guy in my own compound, not in my compound, the same apartment, then in the same house, let me not go further. It's fine. At least. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. I believe you 100%. CEO is also saying it that there is somebody that lives in Anambra, and is already a billionaire at a young age. It's possible. You don't need to thief You don't need to steal money. That my main reason of talking about this now is that you don't need to get there by stealing, by engaging in criminality or corruption. Get this message straight. You don't, because a lot of majority of the people believe that the only way to get to that point, say you are not a billionaire or a millionaire or a rich man, you must do conny inside. All my life, I repeat, all my life, I have never engaged directly, indirectly, by mistake and otherwise in criminality. All my life, I've never done any business I can now be proud of in public. Then private will come share money, say, and the money will come out for the business with this, will make we share. All my life, my friends mocked me. I used to live in a city called Bristol. Some of them, they listen to me right now. People that live in Bristol that know me, because I was in Bristol for over 15 years or so. Some of my friends mocked me then. Say, you're the go work. Don't worry, if you now don't go to school, do everything. If you now we will now constantly work for at the end of the day. I felt talk this story for years. 2 of them were arrested. My use PGT talk. 2 of the police arrested. You know what? UK police followed these 2 for over a year. Over a year. How they take they go Nigeria, how they take they come from Nigeria, how they take they do everything, every single thing. If they want cash you, they go follow you for long. In case they cash you, don't feel deny anything anymore. Because they play the video for you. They play every video for you.
No, normally in the UK, if any government institution take you to court, they are not going to lose.
Exactly.
Because they have the resources. They maybe 15 years then go they monitor you. Because before they go take you to court, then go don't see that
any government to Baba, not be any government. Nigeria government, they go lose because they don't get any witness in fact.
I don't spoil you. At the talk of UK, see, I said because then go don't put the evidence, get the best lawyers, argue them, see, say no loophole where you go take loose, then go court. The moment they go court, tender it, you go just then go they just plead guilty so that your sentence go there less.
So at the end of the day, they go spoil your water. Plumber go come your house, say they want to confiscate your water. Now lie, no water they confiscate camera for your house. They go disconnect your electricity or your gas. 1 or 2 things will go make they come your house. Now you will still use your hand call people will call the repair something. They'll come. You don't know so that police confiscate camera for your house. That thing will release, but they'll come repair them. Then camera is already monitoring you in your house.
Our people the thief things say now who should you okay 2 to beat
exactly.
1 you go take money come out. Over here you know fit.
So 2 of my friends now, so they take cash them that time. They thief people credit card that time. They buy lots of laptops, go Nigeria. That time, you don't even know whether they call computer village. But now here the year and say that they'll buy more than 100 computers, 200 computers. They'll ship and go Nigeria, 1 to 1 village, that computer village that time. They'll sell them money, everything. Where police cash them, everything they own. They did not only lose them all in abroad, all their family for Nigeria thief or every single thing. One particular one, no see house enter where they deport them go house. No see house enter. So my people, sometimes a lot of us they run more than our shadow. Some of them are going to listen to me and say, I better forget that thing. You know what?
Now here in Nigeria Watch, do you know one time when I came into this? Do you know what the job I wanted to do when I came into UK? Police. I wanted to job because I so much believe in obeying the law. They look at me, they say they normally recruit from school start, then train you. The training they are giving you is that of a criminal. That's why police here, if you they talk, if they look you don't know whether you are innocent. Even if you they cry, you know they cry. When they say they snatch your car, let's say something like they snatch your car for Abuja, and you report, they may say, how long ago? You say, this thing don't reach like 1 hour now, and they snatch it. They know that car can never reach Kano. It never reach Kaduna. It never reach Benin, and it never reach Enugu. Between that 1 hour. So all the police around within that where it's supposed to be within 1 hour, even if then they fire on without wasting, then go down cordon them off. That car no go move within the next day, then go get them because now their system. So, but they employ technology, anything.
To
They
be
don't
honest,
they catch thief.
to be honest, sometimes a lot of people, some people that have the privilege to have direct contact with me, they normally ask me questions. The way they talk for you, I don't really have anything to hide. I talk to them. Tell them, say, no, this is how you will start. And you have to have that mind, cross your mind. The same way people, they carry drug, they thief, they go bankrupt or whatever, they get the mind to do something. And so you still supposed to get mind to start a business with the little money you get. I tell you, I say, in 2016, I never worked for UK. See, I never worked for any company anymore. I resigned. And the time I want to resign, that time my wife want to fight me, my family member, everybody want to fight me because I was resigning from like upstairs. You were resigning from upstairs to down house. You know what that means? My wife screamed for my head. My mama screamed. My father, people that love me say, your head correct. Even my manager for work say, your head correct. We give you 1 month, then you go think about your head. I told myself, I want to. But till today now, I did not look back again. I'm grateful to God forever.
It's conviction.
Forever.
And you're a country where you play by the rule. You see, the thing is that why the West, one thing I've noticed with them is that's why when they say build a good society, it's not necessarily that you get money, but if you play by the rule,
yes, now
you're right. That is it. If you play by the rule, nobody will stop you.
Another technique I want to tell you now again, say me, I have a very strong policy. I told you guys, I'm a very strict person outside media. Very, very strict too. Both all my workers, they know this. I've been traveling to Nigeria since 2005. My first visit to Nigeria was 2005. I have never one day a person take handkerchief, biro, pen, go Nigeria.
Exactly.
I know the same person message go Nigeria, you know the same message go Nigeria. Because I want to let you guys know that another quick way go fit take you to prison.
Yeah.
Without you not even know. Now be all this make I dey good now. I know this person tell. No, the person wey you know tell. They jealous of you, say they vex for you. He go give you the slightest thing. No, say they put something for inside that thing. A lot of innocent they prison.
You will go grass you up.
Exactly. So for me, everybody know me for UK. Say I know they take pencil go Nigeria if I dey go Nigeria, and even though na me, I not go still send you. No send me, I not go send you. Let's be happy. That's it.
For even me, I know they do. Instead, I go tell you, okay, send them by DHL, make I pay.
Like and another thing again.
No, I go give you money. Use the send them. If na money you no get to send them, don't worry. Use DHL or courier.
Anybody we meet for airport, he says somebody they wait for them for monetary Mohammed. May help and carry envelope. May you give them. Don't try it.
I don't pass all those. But
you understand? So my people, it's just a little. We not too know like that. So it's just a little that we think we can share. Sometimes, when spirit lead us, we just share them. You understand? When I come here every day, I see how many of you show me love. You know, before I ever come on air talks, comment section don't full with prayers, greetings, and everything. That alone is motivating. Some people they ask me, how do you do this? How do you do this? You know, say now you are part of the reason why I'm doing it. You way they ask me, say, how do you do it? You are part of it. You get this our grandpapa, this our Igbo elderly father. Every time send me audio. Go send me audio, go pray for me, go pray for my mama. Before you go call talk a very long thing concerning Nigeria politics. You know, all this kind of thing go make you feel like what I'm doing now.
You see, Nigeria Watch, you see that something some of the things people not that okay, look at what we are talking about to Pueblo. They say Pueblo never do nothing. You see, now small thing. By banning Agberu, you say it's not nothing.
No, I don't want to go that politics again. I beg.
When I see, no, they look comment, but I know one person. The team pain.
We don't want to go politics again. I beg. We don't come up for politics. We not going to change again. If 1 or 2 people will respond to you now, then I don't divert back to politics again. CEO, you said I should be doing advert, right? I don't know what kind of advert you mean. Advert on my platform, please be specific so that I can respond to you before I hit on the button. Be quick on that. Then you wrote something about Bill Lord. Yes, I know Bill Lord. I don't know that Bill Lord now you talk. Yeah, Bill Lord is a billionaire. He's doing excellently well. He's trading on lots of things and is mainly on apps. He created his own app, an app that went viral. And at the end of the day, he sold it, and he sold it for about 1.8 billion naira. Then he created another app again and all that. So Bill Lord is a very, very successful young man. I'm proud of him. I've done something with him before. So I'm very, very proud, and he's very sincere. He's currently running an estate now somewhere in I think it's Anambra.
In
Oka.
You know what Bill Lord is?
Anyway, no need for me to go this.
The moment road never enter in village, third road. So the moment the governor third road will enter in village, you go buy keke, give people free, make them take the ply like taxi between there to the state capital, because his village is not far from the state capital. So he do them for them. He say, nah, you don't crash.
No, Bill Lord is somebody that I know. Yes, I know Bill Lord very well. He's a very he's doing well. He's doing well. I go surprised when God see him say I don't want to live for on side for that side. Not worry, I was so surprised when
Oka don't develop. So far you know Bill Lord, you go get land, you go get genuine land, build anything you want to build.
I respect people that is doing, especially doing well is one thing, right?
Being honest.
Being honest and dedicated to what you are doing is another thing.
No, Akpabio they do well.
Don't go sit down for inside air condition. Maybe from there they use phone, they control your business. You are not serious. Exactly. Don't get your first profit. Maybe go buy one Jeep. Go buy go so agbada. They form I don't know what they call them. No, you can't move on like that. You have to listen. You have to wait till they come bomba to bomba with your business.
I remember Peter B where they address one old man where be industrialist for Anambra. Peter tell us, say, when I did secondary school, now they hear of you. You the manufacture mattress, isn't it? The man say yes. Old man. He said, nah, we will be politician where the Abuja get money pass you. That is what I want to go and change.
The question someone like Peter Obinanda, where you get like that Rambabi they talk yesterday, say, tie, where you get money? Where you get money? You know why people go question where you get money like that? When you did do it now, many of them will look down on you.
Of course.
People, for example, now as a young person, they talk about young person. Now, 10 years, 20 years from now, may God keep us alive, good health. You can't see 1 year person because they say, "Tie, where you get money from?" When person they walk, you blind. Hey?
Okay. This one is below this. No, it's true. If you see when Peter, that's now when I know. Say Peter said, "Look, since I was in secondary school, I've been hearing you have industry, do industrialists, creating wealth. But now we politicians in Abuja, we are richer than you." The man said yes. He said, "That's what I'm going to change."
Eh? Don't mind them.
When I get to Abuja, we change.
Tomorrow now you go see one of us for this panel come and say, "I want to run for politics. I said be 2 billion naira." Come and say, you can't question your head. Where did you get 2 billion from? Where did you get 1 billion from? Listen, you got to
leave them.
More roundable. So people listen, when they suffer, people always look down on you.
Of course,
when the success though they show, now they don't come they gossip you more. Some say that you are a ritualist. Some say you be arm robber. Some
But
say
then,
the politicians.
but then because of Nigerian society, you know.
Some say na politicians they bankroll you. Some say
politician when they go buy street light, one street light 256 million to put one pole. So why they not go? P2B said that's what I'm going to change.
Do you even know that many of these politicians are very, very poor? They are broke. They need to steal to get the money. They don't have another job. The only job they have is to steal. No.
I
appreciate you all, my people. Now, God will bless you now. Thank you very much for this wonderful conversation. Sometimes, yes, like I talked about before, when the Spirit leads us, we just divert and talk about a meaningful and illustrating discussion like this that will be more beneficial to you and I. My people, now here we draw the curtain. Have a good night, my people, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or rather, I'll see you guys later. Bye for now.
West Africa,